Oh, here we go. Detective Instinct, Farewell My Beloved, a game I'm hoping is conceptually free of the time police. I still can't believe that that was a thing. I won't get too deep into what happened last week, but yeah, that was interesting. It was certainly interesting. Okay, this is a indie game. This is the studio's first game, and it's a sort of PC 98-ish throwback mystery with a very anime aesthetic. Looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Let's go. Harmonica LLC presents... Oh, I love the like pre-rendered look of all of this. Ooh. Okay, I'm already loving this. Oh man, Watchmen reference? Ooh. All right, chapter 1. That was quite an opening. What is that knocking? Knocking on my chamber door, and came a sound so gently I can't remember. The raven said, "Cry some more." Is somebody at my door? Open up! This is the police! What? The police? You have 5 seconds until we burst this... Okay, alright, hold on, I'm getting up. Wait, is there some sort of auto advance on? Because we gotta turn that off. I gotta enunciate properly. Well, okay. Yeah, we're all good there. Put your hands where I can see them. You're under arrest. Under arrest? What for? You know what you did, you heartless monster. A murder has taken place in this very room, and you're the culprit. What? Okay, we can check, talk, think, or save. Or quit. I just want to quit. We'll save. Can I quit the situation? Can I not be a suspect in a murder? Think. What is going on here? Okay, check. The area. This is my hotel room, room 105, on the first floor. The cop. This man is out for blood. Talk about the murder. That's right, buddy. A murder took place in this very room only a short time ago. But that's impossible. I've been in here all night. You really aren't helping your case, pal. Oh, wait, pal! Oh, man. The room. Officer, are you sure you have the right room? Shut it. I don't want to hear another word out of you. How can I get him to listen to me? Murder. He must be in the wrong place, but how can I prove that to him? I need to find out more about this murder. This is Gumshoe if he got the wrong hotel room. This is my hotel room, room 105 on the first floor. Okay. Still playing dumb, eh? Criminals like you make me sick. To think you could throw a man out of a window 5 stories to his death and then lie about it. It's simply nauseating. Huh? Okay. Ben Shapiro time. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that a man was thrown out of a window 5 stories. And let's say, hypothetically, I'm on the first floor. Would it then make sense logically that I could not have been the murderer? There we go. I think we got it. This man is out for blood. Yes, he is. Officer, you said a man was thrown out of the window of this room and fell 5 stories to his death? Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. That's right. But that doesn't make any sense at all. Oh yeah, and why not, wise guy? Because we're on the first floor! But I was told room 105. Or was it 501? 501, Officer Loader. Oh, Loader, okay. Who's this? He would not last 2 seconds in the chest dimension, no. Oh, who's that guy aura farming? Okay. Boss! You were taking so long to join us at the scene, I was beginning to wonder if you got lost. But I see now, you were just harassing this young man. That's right, sir. My mistake, sir. The rest of the team is waiting for you upstairs. I'll join you in a minute. Sir, yes, sir. Apologies for Officer Loader. He can sometimes get a little carried away, you know? Hey, are you all right? You know, you're not actually under arrest. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Yeah, I'm all right. Just, what exactly is going on here? A perfectly reasonable question. I guess I could let you in on the situation. It's the least I could do after my officer disturbed your sleep so rudely. Hey, what's your name? My name is, oh, we actually get to, like, come up with a name? I don't know, what should we name ourselves in this? Like, man, this is like Oblivion, right? You're kind of like stuck on this on the screen. Miles, right? I like it. Yes, yes. Miles, right? Okay. We're gonna go for that. Miles. All right. We're gonna say, oh, so Miles. Did I hear that right? Yep, that's me. Oh, wait, I gave you the wrong name. That's the name that belongs to my soul. Nice to meet you, Miles. I'm Detective Daltrey. What would you like to know? What? Why are you telling me about a criminal investigation? You just broke into my room accidentally. I mean, if you want to tell me about it, let's talk about it. A police detective. Thank God he showed up when he did. I might be in handcuffs right now. Let's think. I should ask him about what's going on. Should we, though? Like, hey, can you tell me about an active murder investigation? I'm just a civilian, but sure. Was somebody really murdered here? Earlier tonight, a man fell to his death from a room on the 5th floor of this hotel, through a shattered window. It's a bit of an odd situation, but despite Officer Loader's enthusiasm, it's too early to say if foul play was involved. Anyway, I'm shocked you slept through all the commotion. Didn't you hear the sirens? I don't think so. Heavy sleeper, huh? I could tell you just a little bit more if you'd like. Yeah, sure. The commotion. The victim hit the ground pretty close to the hotel's entrance, so it caused quite a scene. A lot of the guests here are still roaming around downstairs trying to figure out what's going on. I wonder if that includes Emma and Professor Martin. The crime scene. Like I said, the victim fell from a room on the 5th floor. Curiously, though, the room he fell from was unoccupied. Technically, nobody should have been in there at all. Strange, huh? Yeah, victim. We haven't ID'd him yet, but he's a man in his mid-30s or so. Oh no, he's me. Well, I think I've said enough. I better get back to the crime scene. You all right now? Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Fantastic. Now, if we just put on these handcuffs. Huh? I'm kidding! I'm kidding. Man, you Americans really have no sense of humor, huh? Yes, very funny. Is it really that obvious I'm American? What makes you think I'm American? My flag pajamas and the fact that I'm eating a burger and that I have an entire jug of high fructose corn syrup next to my bed? Anyway, don't stay up too late, kid. Get some sleep. Sweet dreams. Get some sleep. After all that? Impossible! My night is ruined! Well, as long as I'm awake, I guess I might as well check out all the commotion downstairs. I wonder if Emma and Professor Martin are awake. Go to the hotel entrance. I love the pre-rendered hotel. Oh, it's true, huh? Hey, is that... Who is that? Hey, Emma! It's the girl from the cover. Oh, Miles, where have you been? Emma is here to help Miles. Yes! Yeah. Do you have your forensic kit with you, Emma? Where have you been? Don't tell me you slept through all of this. Kind of a funny story about that, actually. Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you? That's just like you. Yeah, I'll tell you later. So, I guess someone really did die here. Yeah, just back there is where it all happened, I think. You can see the broken window if you look up at the 5th floor. It's hard to tell from here, but it looks like they drew an outline on the street in the spot where they first found the body. Wow, I can't believe it. Pretty scary, right? I sort of wanted to get a closer look at the investigation, but the police are keeping people away from the scene. A closer look? Are you serious? I know, it's morbid, but I can't help but be a little curious. Aren't you? A little. Have you seen Professor Martin around? Oh yes, he was just here a second ago. I think he went to get more information from one of the police officers. I'm sure he just wants to make sure everything is safe. Oh, there he is over there. I wonder what they're talking about. I think he saw us. Hello, Miles. I see you've finally woken up. Yeah. So what's the situation here? Well, they didn't tell me much. They're saying there's no danger, but that we should be cautious. I think they're just as confused as the rest of us, frankly. This is some ghastly business regardless. I must apologize that our trip would end in this way. Oh, it's fine, Professor. It's not your fault. Besides, it'll be an interesting story to tell everyone back home. She's really enjoying this, isn't she? Yes, well, I agree with the police that the safest place for us to be right now would be behind the locked doors of our rooms. I would suggest the two of you head back inside as soon as possible. We will, Professor. Yeah, our rooms are real safe, at least until the cops come knocking. We have an early day tomorrow. Remember that our train departs at 7:10 a.m. I know it'll be hard to sleep after all this commotion, but please try your best. I'll meet you both in the lobby at 6:30, okay? Sleep well now. Good night. Good night, Professor. I guess it is getting late. Maybe we should go back inside. Aha! If it isn't our prime suspect returning to the scene of the crime. It's him again. Oh, hello, Detective. Prime suspect? Detective? Excuse me? It's a long story. You just couldn't resist coming down here, could you? You know, that kind of curiosity might get you in trouble someday. Detective, what's going on here? Is Miles in trouble? Oh, no, we're just having a laugh. Right, buddy? So funny. Ooh-wee. Too funny. Well, I just came to check on the status of the investigation down here, so... Oh, have you discovered anything new, Detective? Who's asking? Oh, my name's Emma. Miles and I are both college students from America. The University of America. I was just... curious. Yes, just curious. College students, huh? What are you studying? Oh, English literature. Really? Your friend here doesn't strike me as the type. Don't judge a book by its cover, Detective. Well, let's see. If you study literature, you must be pretty inquisitive. Interested in human behavior. Curious. Resourceful, perhaps. I probably shouldn't, but... to be honest, we're about to wrap things up. We're pretty certain we've just found about everything there is to find here. And yet, maybe it couldn't hurt if we took one last look around with some fresh eyes on the scene. Well, I'll tell you what, just over there is where the body was found. Don't worry, it isn't there anymore. Why don't you two take a quick look? I'll give you a few minutes, and you let me know if you spot anything interesting. Deal? You're gonna let us investigate the crime scene? Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Who knows? Maybe you'll see something we overlooked. Plus, let's just say I owe your friend a favor. What do you think, Miles? Seems like a rare opportunity. I think we should take it. How is this acceptable police procedure? Are you sure this is okay? Wait, Emma! Ha! Looks like she's getting a head start. Come on, don't be so uptight. It's fine, trust me, you'll have fun. This guy's idea of fun is a little suspect. But I can't deny I'm curious. You know what? Sure, why not? That's the spirit. I'll be right over there if you find anything or have any questions. Good luck. Alright. Well, boy, this is the spot. Let's see if we can find anything. Check. Where? Here? So this is where the body landed, huh? Yeah, right in between that lamppost and the bush. Should we take a closer look? Yeah, sure. Let's just try to stay out of the way. Alright, let's see what we can find. Well, there's the blood. Oh man, do you see this, Emma? That must be a blood stain. Yeah, how awful. It looks like most of it is centered around his lower torso. Man, I'm gonna be sick. His lower torso, that's interesting. How so? Well, he died from a fall, right? Why would he be bleeding from his stomach? That's a really good point, actually. We should ask the detective about that. What about, there's somebody sticking their head out up there. Let's see. There's a guy watching everything from his room on the second floor, and he's not being very subtle about it. Oh, that's just creepy. I'm not sure I like being watched from above like that. I think he should mind his own business. This is a real crime scene, not some kind of show. Weren't you doing the same thing just a few minutes ago? Huh? No, not at all. I was just curious. For the right reasons. And he's not. Yes, okay. Let's just look at the general area. This is where the body was found, right outside the hotel lobby. I've seen so many crime scenes on TV and in movies and stuff, but to be investigating one in real life is surreal. The detective probably shouldn't be letting us do this, so let's make the most of this opportunity while we still can. Let's keep looking. There may be more left to find. Let's speak to nobody. There's already nobody in front of me to talk to. Daltrey. How's the search going? Wait, talk. The blood. Ah, you noticed that too. The body had a number of cuts, some of them pretty deep. We found blood on pieces of the broken window in the hotel room, so... Oh, the glass, that's right. Still, that's a good catch. I didn't mention the cuts before, so I can tell you're really thinking things through. Keep it up. Thank you, sir. We will. Daltrey, you want to know about me? Oh, sure. Let's see. I'm 36, single, have been married once. I finished 4th in my class at Galloway University with a major in criminal justice and a minor in theater performance, and... Uh-oh. I didn't expect his life story. You seem disinterested. Too much information? If you're wondering why I'm letting you investigate, well, let's just say I like to rely on my instincts over procedure. His detective instincts? His what? He came real close to saying the thing. My bosses don't like it, but they can't argue when I get results. And I have a good feeling you two will find something. Let's talk about the killer. Unfortunately, we don't currently have any evidence or witnesses pointing to a culprit. Assuming there is one, of course. The victim. We still don't know too much about him, just that he's a man in his mid-30s or so. The crime scene. That body was found right where that chalk outline is. Take a quick look around and let me know if you find anything odd. The area. This is where the body was found, outside the hotel lobby. Okay. Keep looking. Alright. Well, let's check. We check his nose. I'm gonna check your nose. Oh, is there something on my face? Your shirt? Man, if only women found me as interesting to look at as you apparently do. I'm kidding, of course. They do. And more. Oh, my. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in your way? Excuse me. Oh, okay. I think this officer was using a walkie-talkie. Yeah, no action at all here. Probably just a drunken accident. Oh, and he's up to his antics again. Hip civilians. Even worse. They look like tourists. Why can't he just be normal? Don't say anything. I know we'll all get in trouble for this if it gets out. How did a guy like that make detective anyway? This is humiliating. What is this, like Disco Elysium? He's like a maverick cop who gets results. There's some police cars. They look pretty old school compared to the models I see back home these days. There's nothing there. Okay, what about the shrubbery? It's a shame he just missed this bush. What if it would have broken his fall? From that high up? I don't think so, Miles. This isn't a movie. I don't know, that bush looks pretty thick to me. Colonel, I got pushed out of a window, but the bushes are dummy thick, and it keeps breaking my fall. Hold on. I think I see something in the bush. Mouse, let's look a little closer. What is this? Yeah, I think she's right. Let's take a look. Is that a wallet? That's what it looks like. Quick, let's tell the detective, Miles. Okay, let's talk to Daltrey. Okay. Is there anything else we can look at, though? Because I kind of want to, like, get a bunch of stuff. What about the glass? The blood where the body was found. All right. What about... Nothing there. Oh, this guy. And it looks like he's investigating the spot where they found the body. The police officer. He doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Hey, you! What are you two doing here? This area is off limits. Leave now, or else I'm bringing you downtown. You again? Calm down. Your boss said we could help investigate. You expect me to believe Detective Daltrey would allow civilians into an active crime scene? Well, I do believe it. That sure sounds like something he'd do. My apologies. I thought you were supposed to be helping investigate the hotel room. Why are you back down here? Oh, they told me they didn't need me, so they sent me back down. But it's okay. I'm ready to help, no matter where I'm told to be. I'm getting the sense that this guy's presence isn't wanted at either location. So can I help you with anything, or... Let's see, the crime scene. Oh, from what I was told, the crime was reported very shortly after it happened. Someone in the hotel heard the glass shatter and called us right away, after they looked out the window and saw a body. The station's right down the street, so we got here pretty quick. Nobody's been on the scene but us. The victim. We don't know anything about the victim yet. He wasn't carrying any form of ID. No wallet or anything. Pretty strange. Oh. Except we know. We know. Talk. Detective Daltrey is my hero. I don't care what the other officers say. They get him all wrong. So what if he doesn't always do things by the book? He's always looking out for people. There's nobody on Earth with a bigger heart. Someday, I hope to work my way up to detective so I can solve crimes and help people, just like him. What do you think, huh? You think I have what it takes to be a detective? Yeah, sure, man. Thank you, sir. I will do my best. That's nice. Let's check on his nose. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aw, can we do, like... Aw, that's too bad. Okay, let's speak to Daltrey. Tell him about the wallet. How's the search going? A wallet in the bush? Hold on a second. Well, would you look at that? Good eyes, you two. This could very well be a huge piece of evidence. Do you think it belonged to the victim, or maybe the killer? Well, there is an ID in it, but... I'm afraid I can't tell you who it belongs to. That would be against protocol. Oh, so now he cares about protocol. Oh, well, alright, I understand, Detective. Man, now I just feel like a jerk. Alright, how about this? I may not be able to tell you directly who this wallet belongs to, but if you just happen to guess the identity of the owner, maybe I could tell you if you're on the right track. But Detective, how could we possibly guess that correctly? It could be anybody. Listen, being a detective is about much more than merely collecting evidence. Sometimes you need to take that evidence and make a deduction. Oh! Should we use logic? Oh! Look around the scene. Talk to some of the other officers. See if you can narrow down a list of suspects. Then tell me what you think. But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. If you guess incorrectly, it's game over. Game over? What does that mean? Okay, you ready? Have fun. When you think you know who the wallet belongs to, just talk with me about them in the same way you talk to me about anything. All right. He's testing us, Miles. Come on, let's see if we can figure this out. This is so ridiculous. I love this. Young man. I'm sad we're not young man anymore. I wonder if we can actually figure out whose wallet it is just from investigating the scene. I'm sure we could. This is where the body was found. Yes, I know that. I know that. What about... There was a wallet in the bush. It's gone now. There's some blood where the body was found. Nothing there. Police car. Let's get adultery. How's the search going? We can't... Let's talk to Loader first. Maybe Loader has some stuff to talk about. Yeah, the wallet. What's this about a wallet in the bush? Huh? That's weird. Why is that weird? Oh, well, I was gonna check the bush before, but I was told it was already checked, and that nothing was found. I have a hard time believing Detective Daltrey would miss something like that. He's very observant, you know. So they checked the bush earlier, but didn't find the wallet. Does that mean it wound up in there after the investigation already started? Oh, that could be interesting. Huh. If this is Britain, I'm not sure what country this is supposed to be, but I'm kind of half hoping for an eccentric blonde man to be hanging off of like a hotel rafter at some point. But I know it's probably too much to hope for. Get in trouble, okay. All right, talk to nobody. Let's check this police officer. This officer is using a walkie-talkie. And on top of that, get this, it happened again. Yeah, I know, it's the second time this month he's lost it at a crime scene. He's such a mess. I wonder what he's talking about. I can't believe he lost it again. Is it Loader? Him, like, going to the wrong room? It looks like he's investigating the spot where they found the body, right? Can we talk to the guy up there? This guy is watching the scene from the window. No? Police car. It's the detective. We should speak to him if we find any clues. Alright. There's some blood where the body was found, and glass. We didn't get to look at the glass much. There was a wallet in the bush. Yes. We're seeing the spot where they found the body. It's Officer Loader. Well, we've already asked him quite a few questions. Let's review what we know about the scene. Apparently, only the police have been at the scene of the crime since it happened. Officer Loader told us that when Detective Daltrey investigated the bush earlier, it was clear of any evidence. The policeman on the walkie-talkie was saying something about someone having lost something on the scene. Don't tell me. Is it really? Oh, is it his wallet? Let's see. Daltrey. How's the search going? Talk. The wallet. When you think you know who the wallet's owner is, just talk to me about whoever it is. You probably already have a list of people you want to talk with me about, don't you? Don't think too rigidly. When you think you know the wallet's owner, just bring them up to me the same way you talk to me about anything. It's Daltrey's, right? Wait, are you saying that you think this is my wallet? Yes. I'm afraid that answer is... correct! I can't believe you figured it out! You see, I always keep my wallet in the left pocket of my jacket, but a few weeks ago I tore a hole in it. Sometimes when I'm in the middle of an investigation, muscle memory takes over and I forget about the hole, so I guess it fell out while I was checking the bush earlier. Okay. Oh, don't give me that look. Haven't you ever dropped something by accident? Not while investigating a crime scene. All right. I recognize this seems pretty unprofessional, but I assure you I really am very good at my job. I'm just a bit clumsy is all. Well, Detective, I'm glad we helped you find your wallet. Yes, thank you both very much. I'd give you a tip for this, but sadly I'm not carrying any cash. How convenient. Detective. Detective, I think we just found something really important. Oh, is that right? Excuse me a minute. I wonder what that was all about. Oh! As much as I appreciate your help, I think you two had better go back to your rooms now. Did you find something important, Detective? Oh, nothing much. I just think you guys should go before it gets back to my boss that I let tourists investigate a crime scene. Oh, shoot. Just when we were starting to find some things. Huh. You didn't seem to care too much about that before. I wonder what changed his mind. That's all right, Detective. Thanks for letting us take a look around. Anytime. Well, probably not anytime. In fact, more likely never again. You two are naturals, I can tell. Just remember, as fun as investigating can be, this line of work is serious business. Just like the internet, as it always has been. And when you're looking for the truth, well, you may not always like what you find. Is he trying to give us profound advice, or is he just making excuses about the wallet? But don't let that stop you. A true investigator will stop at nothing until the truth is revealed, no matter what. Understood. Understood, Detective. Have a good night, you two, and I hope you enjoyed your time in Vendreka. Vendreka? Excluding this whole mess, of course. What's Vendreka? Is it one of those made-up countries? That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, at least about as fun as investigating someone's death can be. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be so nonchalant. Pretty scary and sad. We should go back inside. It's almost midnight. Yeah, we should. I'll see you tomorrow, Miles. Good night. Night, Emma. Well, I've had enough of playing detective for one night. Time for bed. I'm still not very tired, though. We can go to the hotel. Can we check around? I wonder how long the police will be here. I can't believe this happened while we were staying here. It feels completely surreal. Yeah. Go to the hotel room. Man, I'm never gonna get to sleep. A knock? Oh no, not again. Miles? Miles, are you awake? Emma? Yeah, hang on one second. Think. I should check the door. Check the door. Hi, Miles. I'm sorry to bother you so late. It's just, I can't sleep. I keep thinking about what happened. Yeah, me too. I need to take my mind off of it somehow. Well, how about we talk about something else for a bit, then? Well, have you thought about what you're going to write your term paper about yet? Oh, yeah. The Vendrekan election process? The Vendrekan Revolution's effect on contemporary Vendrekan literature, or the hot dog stand outside the hotel. Let's be serious, I guess. I wanted to say the hot dog stand, but we'll say the middle one. That could be interesting. What writers are you going to focus on? Oh, that's, there's so many good ones. I don't want to leave any out, you know? No, be specific. Claude Rains? As in the Invisible Man? You know, you can just tell me if you have no ideas. I'm not going to judge you much. Oof. That hurts. Listen, Miles, as your tutor, I have a responsibility to ensure you take this assignment seriously. Not to mention, I vouched for you when Martin was on the fence about letting you come on this trip. He usually only accepts seniors for directed study, remember? Yeah, I know. I wish you'd stop calling herself my tutor. It's so embarrassing. So please, think about it. I can help you with it too if you'd like. No, it's fine. Trust me, I plan on gathering my thoughts once we get on the train tomorrow. Great, I believe in you. Talk the murder. Let's talk about the murder, the thing we said we weren't going to talk about. I was hoping we could talk about something else, you know? It isn't that I'm not still curious about the case, it's just... I'll never get to sleep if I keep thinking about it. Alright, Train. What's your feelings on the band Train, Emma? Are they overrated or what? I'm so looking forward to this. Never imagined I'd get to travel in a luxury train. We'll be riding for 3 whole days. It feels so romantic, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Would have been a lot faster to just fly out of Vendreka back to London, but... Oh, but trains are so much more charming. We'll get to travel straight through the European countryside. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Miles. We're so lucky Martin has connections. You sound so excited. I am, aren't you? Come on, even just a little. Sure, I don't really like flying anyway. One flight from London back to New York is fine with me. I'm just sad that the trip is already over, you know? Vendreka is so beautiful. Martin's lucky he got to grow up here. Talk. Term paper. Emma is... Oh, she's a train person. What is Selphie from Final Fantasy VIII? Yeah. If you need any advice, just ask. I'm always happy to help. Martin. You think Martin already went back to sleep? Oh, definitely. He doesn't like to stay up late. I shouldn't tell you this, but one semester the school rescheduled his film class to Wednesday night. It was a 3-hour class, so it didn't end until 10. Hey, I've done 3-hour film classes before. Oh, wrong button. After a screening of some really long war movie from the 30s. Hey, I saw a really long war movie from the 30s in my 3-hour-long film class. We all sat there waiting for him to turn on the lights, but he was asleep. Oh no, was the movie that boring? Oh no, the movie was fascinating. But when it's past your bedtime and you've seen it 100 times, well, that's so funny. I can't even imagine it. He's usually so intimidating in class. You think so? I don't know. He's not so bad when you get to know him. Anything else to talk about? Probably not. Check Emma. It's Emma. She used to be my writing tutor when I was a freshman, but now we're just friends. At least that's how I see it. She's only a year older than me, but I feel like she still thinks of me as a little kid. It can be a little annoying, but it's fine. Sleep. I'm feeling pretty sleepy now. Bedtime. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to try to get some sleep again. Thanks for talking with me, Miles. I think I feel better now. Yeah, me too. Good night, Emma. See you tomorrow. Night, Miles. All right. What is this? I'm sorry this happened, but we still must go through with the plan. I don't know if I can. I'm afraid you don't have a choice. You must be on the train tomorrow if you aren't. I don't want you to die too, please. Huh. Alright. Death at the Hotel, Chapter 1 cleared. Ooh, look at that ring. Magical bling thing. Don't wear the ring. Is this like the opening? Like officially? Detective Instinct, farewell, my beloved. Chapter 2. So we're on the train. And there we are. I like the apple shirt. You know, Emma's right. This is kind of nice. Very cozy. We don't have anything like this in America. And if we did, I'm sure I couldn't afford it. What a shame. Well, I'm just gonna kick back these next few days, enjoy the ride, and think about that term paper. Ugh. What should I even write about? I wonder if Emma's thinking the same thing. Man, I'm glad I don't have to write papers anymore. No, knowing her, she probably already has her whole essay outlined. I'm gonna need to catch up. Maybe I should start brainstorming some ideas. Miles, can I come in? Oh, hey, Emma. Yeah, the door's open. What's up? Hey, is everything all right? Miles, something very strange is going on. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but will you listen to me for a minute? I need to make sure I'm not crazy. Of course. What's on your mind? Okay, let me just start at the beginning. After we departed, I decided to get up and take a look around. Eventually, I made my way to the observation car in the back of the train because I wanted to check out the outdoor platform. I stood outside for a bit to get some fresh air. I thought I was alone, but then I heard something. There was a woman behind me, sitting by herself in one of the seats. She looked like she'd been crying. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. No, that's all right. I'm sorry if I startled you. I know it was none of my business, but seeing her like that, I just wanted to help somehow. I asked her if she was okay, and we got to talking a bit. It seemed to calm her down a little. So I offered to buy her a drink in the lounge car. A drink? How old are you? Oh, like tea? Okay. She was really very nice, but she seemed troubled, like something was on her mind. She wouldn't be specific. And I wanted to respect her privacy, but she was so apologetic. There was one thing she said to me. You're a very nice girl, but I really don't deserve your kindness. It made me very sad for someone to feel that way. That is sad. We were probably in the lounge car for half an hour or so. Then I didn't sleep much last night. And I was starting to feel really tired, so I told her I was going to take a nap. But that we should meet up in the same spot for lunch later. She agreed and left. So, did you meet up for lunch? No, Miles, that's the problem. I can't find her. What do you mean? I went back to the lounge car around noon. She wasn't there. I waited a few minutes, but this is the weird thing. I asked the bartender if he'd seen her, and he said no. So she never came back? No, I mean, he said he never saw her at all. He told me that when I came to the lounge car earlier. I was alone. What? I argued with him for a bit, but he was insistent. I said there must be some mistake, but... Okay, well... Was there anyone else who saw you with this woman? Well, there were 3 other people in the lounge car while we were talking. An old man and 2 men wearing polos. They weren't there when I went back, but there was also that strange couple. When the 2 of us were coming from the observation car to the lounge car, we passed a cabin as a man and a woman were coming out. I swear they gave us the funniest look. I went back to their cabin and asked them if they'd seen her, and the woman told me the same thing as the bartender. It's like she never existed at all. I don't mean to sound skeptical, but you're sure you met this woman? It wasn't just a vivid dream or something? Miles, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. It's just... This is all very strange. No, it's okay. I know it sounds crazy, but Miles, I met this woman. I know. She's real. I don't know why everyone's claiming she isn't, but I'm really worried about her. She didn't just seem upset. She seemed frightened. I can't explain it. It was just the look she gave me. What if something happened to her? Okay, let's not panic here. I'm sure this is all just a misunderstanding. How about you and I look around a bit to see if we can find her? Could we? I'm so sorry to bother you with this. Not a problem. We should also look for those people you were with in the lounge car. Maybe we could talk to that couple again and anyone else who might have seen you together. Don't worry, Emma. We'll get to the bottom of this. Thank you, Miles. All right, we have no time to lose. How about we start with the lounge car and see if any of those men came back? Sounds good to me. I'd like to have a word with that bartender, too. Oh, and this woman, did you happen to get her name? What did she look like? Her name? Oh, shoot. Why can't I remember? Memory is fuzzy for some reason. I thought it began with an A, but she was tall with dark hair. She was wearing a gray coat and a dress, maybe in her late 20s, early 30s. I'm sorry, that's all that comes to mind. All right, that's a start. Let's see what we can find out. Let's think. Well, I guess the term paper can wait. I'll help Emma out with this, then I'll get back to work. I have a feeling this is going to take longer than that, isn't it? Talk. Recap. Woman. She was tall, had dark hair, was maybe in her late 20s or early 30s or so, and she was wearing a gray coat. I think her name began with an A, but other than that, I don't know. This is going to sound dumb, but there was something just strange about her. She was beautiful but sad and very distant. Like she had the weight of the world on her shoulders. I'm sorry, I don't mean to ramble, it's just I'm worried about her. Witnesses. Well, the bartender definitely saw us together, even though he says he didn't. 3 other people were with us in the lounge car, an old man and 2 guys in polos. We passed a man and a woman on the way to the lounge car, too. I swear they gave us a funny look. They're the only people I can recall that may have seen us, though. Okay, let's go to... Oh, wait! Before we go, do you have your notepad? You should take it with you, just in case we learn anything important. Or, if you get any ideas for your paper while we're out and about. Even now, still thinking about the term paper. Okay, I'll bring it. Note added. Notes. Oh, look at that. Emma. Oh, we got lots of notes. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go into reading mode. My friend and the other student on Martin's directed study trip to Vendreka. She's a near graduating senior, about 1 year older than me. I met her my freshman year, when my English professor encouraged me to go to the writing center for help on an essay I was working on. Emma was the student volunteer assigned to read my writing and offer feedback. I never considered myself a good writer, and she really believed in me, and my grade improved dramatically after I started following her advice. It's probably not an exaggeration to say that it's because of her that I wound up majoring in English literature. Anyway, we've been friends ever since, but she still sort of acts like she's my teacher, which is a little irritating. Martin. Mine and Emma's professor. He's leading the directed study trip to Vendreka. Martin is originally from Vendreka, but moved out west following the Vendrekan Revolution about 40 years ago, eventually landing in America as an English literature professor. He has a reputation for being very strict and demanding. A lot of students take it as a personal challenge to try to impress him with their writing, but very few actually do. Emma's one of them. And I'm trying to be another. I haven't known him for very long, but Emma has studied with him for a couple of years. She swears by him, and I get the sense that he really values her as a pupil. But me, not so much. Missing woman. A woman Emma says she met shortly after the train departed. Nobody has seen her since, and strangely, nobody seems to remember her being on the train except for Emma. Emma described her as being in her late 20s or early 30s with dark hair, wearing a gray coat and a dress. Emma doesn't remember her name, but thinks it began with an A. Emma also said that the woman seemed uneasy and that she didn't deserve Emma's kindness. This understandably has Emma kind of freaked out. I wonder what's going on here. Witnesses. According to Emma, there are a number of people who should have witnessed the missing woman. First, there's the bartender in the lounge car who served drinks to both Emma and the woman. He claims that Emma ordered drinks alone and that there was nobody else with her. Next, there was a couple that Emma and the woman ran into on their way to the lounge car that Emma says looked at them kind of funny. Emma spoke to them after realizing the woman was missing, and they, like the bartender, claimed there was no other woman. Finally, there are 3 other potential witnesses who Emma hasn't had a chance to talk to yet. 2 men wearing polos and an old man. Emma says they were in the lounge car at the same time as her and the woman, but she hasn't found them to ask about it yet. Vendreka. A small English-speaking European country. Emma and I came to Vendreka as part of a directed study program under Professor Martin, focused on 20th century Vendrekan literature. The Vendrekan Revolution. Oh no. Are we going to end up in an embassy at some point? Oh no. A period of Vendrekan history in which Vendrekan revolutionaries fought for independence against their occupying country. It ended about 40 years ago, but the effects of it are still deeply felt in the country. Okay. Study trip. Emma and I came to Vendreka as part of a study abroad program under Professor Martin to learn about 20th century Vendrekan literature. Kind of a niche subject, but it's been interesting learning about such an unfamiliar culture. Martin was invited back to his home country by an old friend, a Vendrekan senator named Gordon. I think it was Emma's idea to turn it into a study abroad trip, but I don't really know. If I'm being honest, I don't think that I belong on this trip, but Emma really wanted me to come. I didn't want to disappoint her by saying no, but frankly, I feel a bit out of my depth with this subject, and I'm a little concerned my term paper is gonna be a disaster. I'm trying my best, but I get the sense that Martin doesn't think I should have come either. Oh man, holy existential crisis. All right, let's go. Lounge card. Hang on a second. That guy up there looks familiar. Not a lot of people here, huh? Yeah, I don't recognize anyone. Let's ask around. Maybe somebody here knows something. Who's this? Wait a second. Is that... Well, isn't my favorite murder suspect. Fancy meeting you here. Detective Daltrey? What are you doing here? Hey now, that's no way to greet an old friend, is it? And how are you doing, young lady? Oh, I'm okay, but Detective, what are you doing here? As usual. Nobody's happy to see me, but that's okay. No hard feelings. Let's just say I boarded this train on a hunch. I'm still investigating the case from last night, you know. We came into some new evidence, and... It pointed you to this train? Wait, don't tell me. Is the killer... Is the killer on board? Whoa, easy now. I'm not saying that. Granted, I'm not saying that, but no. That's not specifically why I'm here. We have reason to believe there's a connection between this train and the case. So, rather than let opportunity pass me by, here I am. Hey, Miles. You don't think the woman I met has something to do with Daltrey's case, do you? I don't know. Can't hurt to ask him about it, though. Let's talk. Hey, Detective. What else have you learned about the case? I really can't tell you much. Things have gotten a bit complicated. Though, I guess I could at least talk about the things we've announced publicly. Well, alright. I'll at least tell you this. We ID'd the victim overnight. Turns out he was a Ganbrican immigrant named Otto Keller. As far as we can tell, he was nobody special. Just one of thousands of immigrants among the population. No criminal record, nothing suspicious. A Ganbrican immigrant named Otto Keller, huh? Okay. I think the detective still has more to say. Is there anything we should ask for more information about? Let's see. About the case. The victim was a Ganbrican immigrant named Otto Keller. Okay, crime scene. I wasn't going to tell you this, but I feel like I owe you an explanation for why I kicked you off the scene last night. Right before I asked you to leave, we found something on the street that changed the tone of our investigation significantly. A small bullet. Bullet? Does that mean... Mm-hmm. And upon closer investigation of the window fragments, we determined a gunshot is likely what shattered the glass. No gun was found at the scene, so there must have been someone else in that hotel room last night. It's hard to say for sure what happened in there. All we know is that the victim, Otto, didn't make it out alive, and somebody else got away. Oh, Ganbrica. So Otto Keller was an immigrant from Ganbrica? That's right. You know about Ganbrica, don't you? Of course we do. It's an important part of what we were studying. Vendreka and Ganbrica used to be one country, which for decades was under military occupation. At the end of the Vendrekan Revolution, the country was split between the East and West. This marked the beginning of the era known as the Cold War. The West side gained its independence as Vendreka, and the East side remains under occupation as Ganbrica to this day. Wow, you really know your stuff. Okay, let's see, what do we got? We got Daltrey, a police detective. He is investigating a murder that took place at the hotel we stayed at the other night. He doesn't really act like much of a policeman. He's very aloof and kind of absent-minded. Maybe I'm just missing something. But he's not asking us if we want a banana. That is worrying me. Ganbrica. A small European country directly east of Vendreka. This is the embassy case. Prior to the Vendrekan Revolution, Ganbrica was a part of Vendreka. and both were under military occupation by a neighboring country. This changed at the conclusion of the revolution when Ganbrika split from Vendreka. Vendreka gained independence, but Ganbrika remains under occupation to this day. The Vendrekan Revolution. Okay, hang on, we got new information here. In the conclusion to the revolution, the western half of Vendreka gained its independence, but the eastern half, now called Ganbrika, remains under occupation to this day. I'm gonna sing the Thomas Dolby song, Eastern Bloc. Yes, I actually know Thomas Dolby songs beyond She Blinded Me with Science. He actually did other music, and it's actually kind of cool. All right, Train. Oh, okay. Detective, what do you think about the band Train? Overrated or what? I can't be too specific, but let's just say we have reason to believe Otto Keller was connected to this train. I'm here to find out why. Missing woman. I don't think I've seen any women fitting that description. Why do you ask? Oh, it's a long story. I just haven't been able to find her since this morning, and nobody I've asked seems to remember seeing her. Missing woman, huh? That's peculiar. Well, I'll keep an eye out for her. I plan on speaking to just about everyone on this train, so I'm sure I'll see her eventually. Man, a couple dead bodies, a missing woman? What's going on these days? What's going on? Jerry Seinfelding here. Yeah, man, it's nuts. Wait. What did he just say? Hang on. Couple missing bodies? A gunshot is what broke the window in that hotel room. Okay. Ganbrika, yeah, okay. It's Detective Daltrey. And what's the deal with dead bodies? That's right. What's going on? Let's see. Was it just me, or did he just say a couple of dead bodies? Do you think he misspoke? I don't know, but now I'm really curious what's going on with this case. About the case. Detective, what did you mean by a couple of dead bodies? What? Did I say that? Yes, Detective, you did. I heard it too. All right, you got me. Curse my big mouth. Fine, I'll tell you. This morning, we discovered something that has turned this whole case on its head. Another murder victim. No way! Another victim? Another murder victim. At about 5 o'clock this morning, a lawyer named Edison Maxwell was found dead in his home with a knife in his back. It was a very strange crime scene. Nothing appeared to have been stolen, nor was there any sign of a struggle. Just poor Maxwell, face first in his dinner plate. Oh, that's just awful. I agree. Such a waste of a good prime rib. I wouldn't shed a tear for old Maxwell, honestly. Rumors have floated around for years about him. Blackmail, forging evidence, financial scams, you name it. We were never able to nail him on anything, unfortunately, and now I guess we never will. Bummer, right? Okay. What does this have to do with the hotel case? Aha! I'm glad you asked. So after a tiny bit of digging, we discovered Maxwell actually had a housekeeper, and his name was Otto Keller. The victim from the hotel. It's too early to say whether or not Keller was involved in Maxwell's murder, but, well, it sure is too strange to be a coincidence, isn't it? Yeah. Maxwell's housekeeper was the first victim in this case, Otto Keller. Yeah. Let's see. This is the lounge car. I wonder if there's any traces of the woman Emma met around here. The detective was just talking to the bartender, right? I wonder what they were talking about. Let's see. Bartender. Oh, him? I was just getting a beer. Aren't you working? What's that supposed to mean? Jeez. We're all American college students this uptight. It's just one drink. I intend to speak to everyone on the train eventually as part of my investigation. He's a bit of an odd guy. Gives me the creeps, if I'm being honest. Oh, yeah? Well, it doesn't seem like he knows anything about her, but the new evidence in the case is fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, and a little eerie, honestly. Seems like it's even more serious than we realized. We should probably leave him to his investigation. I don't want to distract him. I don't know, he seems to have no problem finding ways to distract himself. That's just about all we know at this point, How about that? I said I couldn't tell you much, but I kind of told you a whole lot, didn't I? Oops! Well, whatever, it's fine. I trust you too. Just don't share anything. I just told you, okay? We won't, Detective. Thank you. I should get back to work. I have quite a lot of people to speak to, and not a lot of time. Many more beers to drink. So with that, I bid you farewell. Good luck finding your mystery woman! What do you think we should do now, Miles? I think it's about time we talked to the bartender. Oh my. Quite the fellow there. What can I get you? Oh, nothing for me, if you don't mind. We wanted to ask you a few questions. Hello again. Ah, yes, the girl. Ask away. Ooh. Edison Maxwell. A lawyer who was found killed in his home not long after the murder at the hotel the other night. Daltrey says that Maxwell was a pretty shady character, involved in many illegal activities. The police were never able to charge him with anything, but, well, they'll never get a chance to now. The victim from the hotel, Otto Keller, worked for Maxwell as a housekeeper. It can't be a coincidence that both of them were killed, right? Otto Keller, the man who was killed at the hotel we were staying at in Vendreka the other night. He fell from the window of a room on the 5th floor. According to Daltrey, Otto was a Gambrigan immigrant who worked as a housekeeper for a lawyer named Edison Maxwell. Maxwell was found dead in his home not long after Otto was killed. Daltrey says Otto was connected to this train somehow, so they must have found some evidence to suggest that. Was he planning on taking a trip to London before he died? Daltrey, we got some more info on him. So now it turns out Daltrey's case involves 2 murders. The victim from the hotel, Otto Keller, is connected to a lawyer who was found dead named Maxwell. Otto apparently had some connection to this train, so Daltrey came on board to investigate. All right, let's have a think. I wonder what this guy has to say. Discuss. Hope he tells the truth this time. Let's talk about the missing woman. There was no woman. The girl came here by herself. Drinks. We have a varied selection of both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages here. Our tea in particular is quite popular. Would you like something? Bartender. You want to know about me? I mix drinks, I sell them, and then I watch. You watch? To make sure my customers are enjoying them, of course. Daltrey was right. This guy gives me the creeps. Detective. That man said he was a detective. Is that true? Yeah, he's investigating a murder case. Murder, huh? I see. That's all you got to say about that? Missing woman? There was no woman. Check. The bartender. This bartender looks kind of scary. Area... The bar looks pretty fancy up close. Maybe I'll come back tonight for a nightcap. Wait, what's the legal drinking age here again? Yeah, how old are you, college student? He's lying again, Miles. I swear she was here. I believe you. It's just, why would he lie? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna change his mind, so maybe we should try asking him about something else. Maybe, but I kind of want to keep pressing him. The girl came to me, bought 1 cup of tea, drank it, and left. Only 2 other customers have ordered drinks today. If anyone else had gotten a drink with the girl, I'd know. The customers. It's been a slow day. I remember each transaction very clearly. The girl ordered a cup of tea. Sometime after she left, a woman came in and ordered a glass of wine. And just a moment ago, that man calling himself a detective ordered a beer. That's all. 3 drinks. No more. No less. Are you sure you're not forgetting any? My. Such little faith in my recollection. See for yourself. This cash register keeps track of every transaction I make per day. The number goes up for every individual drink sold. And it quite clearly says 3. Can we check? Here. So he's saying this cash register tracks how many drinks he sold, huh? Let me take a look at this. He's right. It says 3. Well, okay. So we know 3 drinks were sold. 1 to Emma, 1 to Daltrey. And one to some other woman that got a glass of wine. I wonder. He's lying, but why? Would you like something? Yeah, anything here? Our drink selection is quite a bit more varied than what you see on display here. Many take interest in the various wines we have available, much of which is produced by a famous movie director. I heard he's funding his next film project almost entirely with the proceeds from his winery, as he couldn't secure funding any other way. Why we carry his products in such high volume, I couldn't say. Perhaps someone in the train company is a fan. That's an interesting detail. I like it. Can I help you? What about your cup? Can I help you? No, you can't. He's lying, but why? Let's see. Detective. A murder case. Very intriguing. Customers. Can you describe the woman who ordered the glass of wine? If you must know. She was a very glamorous woman in a sparkling purple dress. She was quite rude and boisterous. That doesn't sound anything like the woman Emma described, so I guess it wasn't her. I know what you're thinking, Miles, but there's no way that was her. Besides, both of us drank tea together. We didn't have any wine. Tea, huh? Let's ask about drinks. So, you serve tea here, yeah? Our tea is a very special blend, made of ingredients native to Vendreka. It is well known for its delicate flavor, minty aroma, and its strength. Many experience a soporific effect when they drink too much, and subsequently report quite vivid dreams. Tell me, girl, did you experience such a phenomenon? Well, yes. I did take a nap shortly after drinking it, but I thought so. Even a small dose would be likely to cause drowsiness in a girl of your height and weight. Though I must admit, a dream so vivid, you believe it was real. Creating a woman in your mind, that for me is new, and will require further research. Research? Just what kind of experiments is this man running? Yeah. Research. What exactly did you mean by research? The tea I serve is my own concoction. I've dedicated my life to the pursuit of creating exotic beverages. Therefore, when I create new formulas, they require testing. My customers are my suspects. My subjects. Is that legal? What exactly are you putting in these drinks? Relax, it's just tea. I'm not a pharmacist. My drinks are harmless and delicious. Would you like one? No, thank you. So be it. Alright. Such a vivid dream. Fascinating. Missing woman. There was no woman. Okay. Bartender. Nothing. Research? No. Detective? A murder case. Very intriguing. Alright. Customers. I've only sold 3 drinks today. Just one was to the girl. I've heard enough of this. I'm gonna go for a walk. I just need to clear my head a bit, I think. Alright. Poor Emma. That comment about the tea seems to have really bothered her. What if it was just a dream? No, there's just no way Emma would confuse a dream with reality. Think, what else can I ask this guy about? That's right, the other witnesses. Emma said there was an old man and a pair of guys in polos, right? There we go. Yes, I remember the men you speak of. The 2 men in polos left about an hour ago. They ordered no drinks, so I paid little attention to them. The old man also ordered no drinks, so I paid little attention to him as well. He has been gone for quite some time. Okay. Emma left. I need to find out everything I can about the other witnesses. Is there anything else you can tell me about them? The men in polos were having quite a lively and irritating conversation. About what? I cannot say. The old man, however... Well, I shouldn't speculate. I'll just say he struck me as a tad out of place. Out of place? What does that mean? I saw them, but they no longer are here. I think that's just about all I'm going to get out of this guy. Wonder where Emma went. Probably best not to bother her for now. The only thing we'll have to check is the couple Emma said she ran into with the woman on their way here earlier. They were in a cabin near the observation car, right? Maybe I'll go check it out. Notes, okay? Bartender. The bartender working in the lounge car of the train, he claims that the missing woman Emma is talking about never existed. He claims that only 3 drinks were sold that morning, that Emma supposedly shared the tea with the missing woman. He says he sold 1 cup of tea to Emma, 1 glass of wine to another woman, and a beer to Detective Daltrey. His cash register, which tracks the number of sales that are made per day, very clearly said 3. This guy is an absolute creep. Lord knows what he's putting into his experimental tea blends. Still though, why would he lie about never seeing the missing woman? He's definitely hiding something from us. Okay. Go to the cabin car. Well, I've checked nearly every other cabin. Okay. This has to be the one. Come on, there has to be something. Okay. Wait, I recognize that voice. Emma? Oh, it's Emma's in that one? Okay. Ooh. What is this? Oh, hi, Miles. What brings you here? I was just investigating. Oh, cool. Me, too. Are you going through these people's things? What? No, it's not what it looks like, Miles. You see, this is the cabin that couple I mentioned was in, right? I was going to talk to them again, but they weren't here, and, you know, the door was open, so... Okay, fine, is exactly what it looks like. But Miles, I swear these two are hiding something. When me and that woman were on our way to the lounge car, the couple in this cabin gave us a really strange look. Like they were surprised. I'm certain they recognized her. Oh, Miles. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I'm just looking for any evidence that she exists at all. It wasn't just a dream. I'm sure of it. Oh, Emma. Okay. I'll help you look. But let's make this quick before we get caught. Are you sure? I feel bad for dragging you into this. Let's just hurry up before they come back. Okay. All right, the area. This room looks very expensive. It's like a whole suite. Whoever these people are, they must be pretty rich to be able to afford a cabin like this. Let's check this. It's a jewelry box. Oh my, I wonder what kind of jewelry is in here. It could be worth a fortune. Kind of careless to just leave this out in the open. Yeah, they're lucky it's just us in here and not actually thieves. We shouldn't be here either, Emma. Wait, what? Miles, what are you doing? Don't just open it. I didn't. The train hit a bump or something. It opened on its own. Oh, is that right? I'm serious. But, you know, now that it's open, I guess we could take a quick look. This isn't jewelry. A bunch of random playing cards? Do you think they came from the deck on the table there? Maybe, but what are they doing in the jewelry case? I don't know, but it's awfully strange. I wonder if there's something significant about these cards in particular. Miles, make a note of which cards are in the case. Maybe it'll come in handy later. I can't imagine this will be helpful, but alright, sure. Whatever makes you happy, Emma. Alright, done. Now let's close this back up, just to be safe. Alright, check. What is this purple hat here? Why is Trucy Wright's hat here? Is this a top hat? Oh no, it's shoot, what was the guy from Greatest Attorney Case 3, the evil Irishman? It looks like his hat. You know, there were a lot of men wearing hats like this in Vendreka, weren't there? It was like we traveled back to the 1940s. I think it's cute. Men should go back to wearing hats in America, don't you think? Sure, but doesn't this hat look a little, I don't know, stupid? You should try it on. I bet you'd look great. I think we should hurry up and find some real evidence instead. Okay, you're right, but you're also no fun. Is that a stupid hat or a roses? It's just a potted plant. Okay. Nothing here. What is this? It's a painting of a young couple in a garden. Oh, what a beautiful painting. Such a passionate depiction of young love. The brush strokes make it look impressionistic. This was probably painted in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Since when were you such an art enthusiast? Oh, I'm not really. I just took an art history course my freshman year as a breadth requirement. It was fun, though. And now I can trick people into thinking I'm super cultured whenever I see fine art. Well, you could have fooled me. Kind of an odd place for a mirror, but it sure does look fancy. Oh, wait. I see something. What is this? That couch looks pretty cozy. Is it just me? Or is there something shiny in between the cushions? Let's take a look. Oh, you're right. This looks like a wedding ring, maybe. This must belong to one of them. You think so? I don't know. I have a hard time believing a married person would drop their ring so carelessly. Maybe we should take a closer look at it. Take the ring. All right, let's take a closer look at this ring here. It looks like there's an engraving on the inside. It's in a language I don't recognize, though. Oh no, it's the One Ring! Let me see. I like that she has an animation for looking at it. I think this is in Vendreka's native language. But Vendreka is an English-speaking country, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, but historically, before the country's occupation, it had its own language that the majority of the citizens spoke. It's sort of obsolete now, though. I wonder what it says. Yeah. Do we have anybody who could tell us? Maybe... Oh, Martin could. Playing card. We found 8 playing cards in a jewelry box in the wealthy couple's cabin. They were as follows. Okay. The 8 of spades, the 5 of diamonds, the jack of clubs, the 3 of hearts, the king of spades, the 2 of clubs, the queen of diamonds, and the ace of hearts. I wonder why these cards in particular were put away in there. Okay. We're going to file that away mentally. We're going to do that for sure. All right. Oh, I know what we should do. Let's show this ring to Professor Martin. Hey, what did I say? I'm sure he could translate it for us. But what if the couple finds out we took it? Oh, come on, Miles. It was wedged between 2 couch cushions. They probably didn't even know it was there. If it turns out it's theirs, we'll just return it later and say we found it somewhere else on the train. It'll be fine. I have to know what this ring says. It may be our only clue. All right, I'll hold on to it. Let's get out of here quick. Go to... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello, sir. We were just leaving. We got lost and, What's with this guy? Isn't he gonna say anything? Monty, dear, can you get me an aspirin? My head is pounding. What's this? We have guests. Oh, hello again. Oh, it's you. Didn't I already tell you I haven't found the faintest idea what you're talking about? What are you doing in our cabin? That's, You know, it's a funny story. We were... Oh, it's like this. You see, we were just... Oh, it's like this. What's that, dear? You're saying you invited these 2 into our cabin? Huh. Oh, Monty, what am I going to do with you? Surely you could at least be a bit more discerning when selecting guests. What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, did he just cover for us? Phew. I don't know why he would, but thanks, Monty. We're sorry to bother you, but would you mind if we asked you a couple of questions? We're trying to solve a mystery here. I really am in no mood for an interrogation. Monty, dear, where is that aspirin? Check the woman. She's being awfully dramatic about this headache. Yes, she is. Man, I wonder what this guy's deal is. Yeah, why did he cover for us? That's so weird. Is she okay? Talk. Monty, please, where is the aspirin? I simply cannot stand this headache any longer. Check the area. So these are the people who can afford this ridiculous room. They must be absolutely loaded. The woman, she's being awfully dramatic. You don't remember where you put the bottle? Oh, Monty. What am I supposed to do? Oh, my head. What am I to do? And what am I to do? I see it. These two must be loaded. Automatic. I wonder what this guy's deal is. Is there an aspirin bottle in here somewhere? This right here. Let's give this to her before she collapses. Show the aspirin. Oh, we found the aspirin bottle. You did? Quickly, give it to me. I don't think we should show her the ring. Oh, you're a lifesaver. What would I have done without you? I don't know. Look a little to your left, maybe? Oh, I'm feeling better already. I suppose looks aren't everything. You were actually somewhat helpful. You said you wanted to ask us some questions, yes? I suppose we can spare a bit of your time, but please make it quick. My name is Veda, and this is my husband, Monty. What do you want? Notes? Okay. Wait, let's show them the ring and see what happens. Show the ring. Hey, did either of you lose a wedding ring? We found this in one of the train cars, and lose a wedding ring? Don't be ridiculous, dear. Monty and I would never be so careless with the symbol of our eternal love. Nor would I ever be caught dead with a ring that cheap. Whoever bought that must have gotten it from a homeless person outside the jewelry store. If Monty proposed to me with that disgraceful piece of junk, I'd have dumped him on the spot. Okay, that's, Of course, Monty would never have done such a thing. He knows what I'm worth. Isn't that right, darling? So this must be the rude woman with the purple dress who, what was it? The bartender was talking about, yes? Okay. Check. Monty. Veda. This woman seems like a real piece of work. Yeah? Monty. His outfit sure is interesting. But why isn't he saying anything? Where? His hat? Would you mind not ogling my husband? It's quite unsettling. Sorry, I was just, admiring his hat. Oh, is that right? Yeah, I think it looks cool. More men should wear hats like that, don't you think? Are you making fun of me? Yes, I am. Talked about the missing woman. I already told the young lady Monty and I haven't had any idea what she's talking about. Alright, Monty. Monty, was it? Okay, Veda. So, what did you do, Miss Veda? What do I do? What an insipid question. A woman of my stature has no need to work for a living. It would be embarrassing. Not that the two of you would understand. You both look distinctly middle class. This is exhausting. Train. My husband and I are going on a holiday to London. Monty doesn't like flying, so we're taking the train. Movements. Hey, Veda, did you by any chance get a glass of wine in the lounge car earlier? What's it to you if I had a glass of wine? Can't I have a drink without being under surveillance? I'm sorry, I was just, curious. If you must know. Yes. I ordered a glass of white wine, the finest Chardonnay they had on offer. That dreadful, bug-eyed bartender tried to offer me some other swill, but I simply won't drink anything else. Alright, check. Yeah, we don't need to check. Take, no, show. What are these two hiding? I don't know. Do you remember seeing Emma earlier? Oh, is that her name? Other than the time she so rudely interrupted our lunch to interrogate us with nonsensical questions? No! I can't say I do. But... Oh, do you disagree? Are you calling me a liar, young lady? No, ma'am, I'm sorry. It's all right, dear. It isn't your fault you weren't taught any manners as a child. I forgive you. Ignore her, Emma. Monty? Monty, is everything okay? You haven't spoken since you got here. You're wasting your time, dear. Monty doesn't speak. He doesn't speak. Correct. Monty prefers to leave all the talking to me. Isn't that right, darling? Okay. If he doesn't speak, then how do I know what he's thinking? Dear, when you've been in a relationship as long as us two, you don't need words to understand each other. Monty and I are a team. Perhaps someday you'll learn what it means to be truly in love like the two of us. I wonder how much her idea of true love involves expensive jewelry. I bet a lot. I bet a lot. Monty, what do you do for a living? It's none of your business how my husband makes his money. Ignore him, Monty. This is weird. Alright, that's enough. It's getting late. Monty and I need to get ready for bed. Did we answer your questions to your satisfaction? Will you leave us alone now? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Veta. Oh, you're quite welcome. It's not often I'm this generous with my time, you know. You should feel lucky. Oh, we do, Miss Veta. Very lucky indeed. Don't be snarky now. It's quite unbecoming of a young lady like yourself. Now, both of you, out! Okay. I don't know about you, but I think I'm starting to get a headache now. Are you alright, Emma? I'm sorry we didn't get much information. It's okay, Miles. We didn't leave completely empty-handed, right? Yeah, the ring. Let's go talk to Professor Martin before it gets too late. If nothing else, he can at least help us translate the engraving. Oh, and Miles, let's not mention anything about the missing woman. I don't want to burden him with it, too. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he seemed a bit tired lately. We should try not to disturb him for too long. Sure, no problem. Professor Martin. He's probably reading in his cabin or something. Alright. Notes. Monty. Veta's husband. He's traveling in one of the most expensive cabins on the train. According to Emma, Veta and Monty gave her and the missing woman a funny look earlier. Emma thinks they recognize the missing woman, but like everyone else, Veta's saying she has no idea what Emma's talking about. Monty's a bit of a mystery. According to Veta, he doesn't speak at all. When we asked about what he did for a living, Veta shut us down. I wonder what his story is. And Veta. Monty's wife. She's traveling in one of the most expensive cabins on the train. According to Emma, Veta and Monty gave her and the missing woman a funny look earlier. Emma thinks they recognize the missing woman, but like everyone else, Veta's saying she has no idea what Emma's talking about. She's, kind of a piece of work. Vain, elitist, likes flaunting her wealth and belittling people. I wonder how Monty ended up with someone like her. She confirmed to us that she got a glass of white wine, Chardonnay, from the lounge car. That all checks out with the bartender's story. Ring. A wedding ring we found wedged between some couch cushions in Veta and Monty's cabin. There's an inscription on it, written in what Emma thinks is Vendreka's native language. It doesn't appear to belong to either Veta or Monty, so we're not sure whose it is or why it was in their cabin. Alright, think. Professor Martin. After everything we've been through today, I think it'll be nice to see a friendly face for a change. I hope this helps Emma feel better. She'd never admit it, but I can tell she's pretty upset. Yeah, I mean, if I talked to somebody who apparently doesn't exist, I would be a little upset too. And also, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we will continue. Be right back. I'm back. All right. Let's go talk to Martin. It's nighttime. Kind of reminds me of the Paper Mario chapter where you're like on the train for 3 days. That was a great chapter in Thousand Year Door. It was. Yes, who is it? Oh, Emma, Miles. Come in, come in. I haven't seen you both all day. How are you doing? We're good. How about you? Have you been enjoying the ride? Yes, I've settled in quite comfortably. This has given me the chance to catch up on some reading and the time to grade some papers for my other classes. Why don't you both have a seat? We haven't had much time to talk these past few days. I'd love to hear your thoughts on our trip. Sure, come on, Miles. Yeah, sure. I guess the rain can wait a bit. So, what did the two of you think of our trip? Did you have a nice time? Oh, it was wonderful. Vendreka is so beautiful. The natural landscape is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Oh, I'm glad you think so. I've always felt my country's natural beauty was among its greatest strengths. And you, Miles? What did you think of your time in Vendreka? Oh, yeah, I agree. It was beautiful, and those hot dogs were unreal. What is this, Final Fantasy VIII again? Yes. Well, I hope you know I'm expecting a great term paper from both of you. This trip was more than just a vacation, after all. Ugh, bad answer. You can count on us, Professor. I've already begun drafting my paper, and I'm sure Miles has as well. Yeah. Professor, can I ask you something about Vendreka? It's for my paper. Yes, of course. What would you like to know? Before our trip, you emphasized to Miles and I the importance of the Vendrekan Revolution. But when we visited the Vendrekan History Museum, there was barely any material about it on display at all. It's true that some 40 years ago, the country we now call Vendreka was split in two, with the west side getting its independence as Vendreka, and the east side, now called Gambrika, remaining under military occupation, correct? It was the beginning of the era known as the Cold War. Yes, that is correct. This period of Vendrekan history seems so critical. Shouldn't it have been more of a focus of the exhibit? A very astute question, Emma. Truth be told, I hope that one of you might have noticed this peculiarity. For all of Vendreka's virtues, the reality is that my country has something of a troubled past, of which the revolution was a part. I should know. After all, I was there. Did you participate in the revolution, Professor? Well, I was about your age at the time it took place, so it was hard not to get swept up in all the activity. The revolution's goals were admirable. We wished to be free from the occupation that had plagued us for centuries, and regrettably the only way that point could be heard was through violent insurrection. Our occupiers' military force was strong, but so too was the will of my people. Eventually, to stop the violence, both parties agreed to compromise, though it's this compromise that I feel was my country's biggest mistake. In the years since the country was split in two, east and west, Vendreka has prospered. Quality of life is better than it has ever been. The citizens live well and are happy, but the same cannot be said of Gambrika. In the intervening years, Gambrika has become a desolate place. Not only does it remain under occupation, but violence and poverty are the norm for its people. The compromise was never supposed to be the end. Gambrika's independence was always intended to come close behind, but the truth is, in pursuit of peace and independence, Vendreka abandoned Gambrika. And to this day, the prevailing viewpoint of the subject is to look the other way. That's unbelievable. Of course, not all Vendrekans choose to live in ignorance. Live in ignorance and... Okay, I'm just singing. In recent years, many of the country's leaders have worked to make Vendreka a welcoming place for Gambrikan refugees. Among them is Senator Gordon, my old friend. Oh yeah, it was Senator Gordon who invited you back to Vendreka to visit, right? This trip wouldn't have happened without him. That is correct. I hadn't seen him for some 40 years. This whole trip has been quite nostalgic for me, I must admit. You know, I've been wondering, why did you move to America, Professor? Well, as much as I do love my home country, my passion has always been for English literature, as well as teaching. After finishing my undergraduate degree, I promptly moved to London to continue my studies. I eventually accepted a teaching position at the University of London, and was later offered further opportunities in America. Next thing I knew, I'd been away from home for nearly 40 years. My, how time flies. Anyway, since I've been gone, I've, of course, kept up with the political situation in my home country. I thought it would be illuminating for you both to see it firsthand. Prosperity often comes with a price. And for Vendreka, that price was Ganbrika. Never forget that it is our responsibility not to turn a blind eye to the plight of our neighbors, even if doing so is the path of least resistance. I'm thankful that leaders like Senator Gordon have worked tirelessly to welcome Ganbrikan refugees into Vendreka with open arms. And I dream of the day that reunification of our countries can be realized. Wow, the political situation in Vendreka is more complicated than I thought. Of course, Emma picked up on it right away. She's so much more perceptive than I am. It's no wonder Martin likes her so much. Meanwhile, all I can think to say is how much I needed those how much I like those stupid hot dogs. Ugh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, yes, I was just looking through it earlier, reminiscing. Most of the photos are from when I was a student in Vendreka. I suppose I was right around your age. Do you mind if we take a look? Not at all, though these photos are so old, I wonder if you'll even recognize me. Oh, no, I do. Well, what do you think? Can you tell which one's me? Whose face looks more like Martin's? That one. It's gotta be him, right? Wow, don't tell me. Is this you, Professor? In the middle? Very perceptive, Emma. That is me. Martin in the middle, they used to call me. You don't look that much different. Your hair is just a little messier now. Darn, she beat me to it. Who are the other two people in the photo? On the left is Senator Gordon, though back then he was just a political science student. And next to me on the right is our old friend Meyer, another literature student. Oh, did you visit Meyer on the trip as well? In a sense, yes. Maya was killed about a year after this photo was taken, during an uprising. Oh my, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's all right, it's in the past now. I was able to visit his grave to pay my respects. He was a great friend, and I'm glad I knew him when I did. As I said, as much as the revolution was necessary for our country's freedom, it was not without sacrifices. It is, of course, important to fight for our ideals. But in practice, revolution is a violent business, and I pray that none of my students will ever have to experience anything like it. Damn, Martin's really been through a lot, hasn't he? Well, it is getting rather late. I'm going to get ready for bed. Thank you for talking with me, you two. I hope the conversation was illuminating. Thanks, Professor. Have a good night. Wait, Emma! We had something we wanted to show Professor Martin, right? That's right. I almost completely forgot. What's this? You have something to show me? Show him the ring. Hey, Professor, we found this ring on the train. There's an engraving on it, but we think it's in Vendrekan, so we're not sure what it says. Would you be able to translate it for us? A ring? Sure, let me take a look. Well, you're right. This is definitely Vendrekan, though the style of the engraving suggests an Eastern influence. If I had to guess, I'd say this ring comes from Ganbrika. The engraving says, "To my beloved A.K." To my beloved AK-47. My beloved gun. But that's more of a revolver technique. All right, I'll try to stop making Metal Gear Solid 3 references, but... To my beloved AK. Didn't Emma say the woman she met had a name that began with A? Oh, yeah. FK, not FK, because FK is in the coffee. You said you found this on the train. It appears to be a wedding ring. Quite a devastating thing to lose. Yeah, I've been trying to find who it belongs to. Well, whoever is the ring's owner, they can't have gone far. You'll have plenty of time to search for them tomorrow. Can I have the ring back, Professor? Oh, yes, of course. Notes, okay. Ganbrika. Ganbrika has not fared well since the end of the revolution, according to Martin. Most of its people live in poverty, and the fighting hasn't stopped, making it a very dangerous place to live. The Vendrekan Revolution. According to Martin, the split between Vendreka and Ganbrika was a compromise made between the revolutionaries and the occupiers. It was only a partial victory, and in the years since, Vendreka has essentially abandoned Ganbrika, meaning the latter country has become a desolate and dangerous place while the former has thrived. The ring. Martin translated the inscription for us. It reads, to my beloved AK. Emma did say that the missing woman's name begins with A, so I suppose it's possible this ring belongs to her. Okay. Thank you for the translation, Professor. Of course, it's been quite some time since I've read Vendrekan writing. Reminds me of my childhood. We won't take up any more of your time, Professor. Thanks again. I think nothing of it. Good night, you two. Good night, Professor. Hey, Miles, how about we go back to your cabin for a bit? I want to talk about what we found today. Sure. Okay. Let's discuss everything back in your cabin, Miles. Okay, let's go. Man, the professor has a much nicer cabin than we do. Okay. Man, I'm exhausted. So much has happened today. I can hardly keep track of it all in my head. Tell me about it. Maybe we should go over everything we found out today to see where we're at. Good idea. Oh, I know. How about I quiz you? Quiz me? What do you mean? What are you, Kyle Hyde? Now I need to remember what exactly was happening. Yeah, why not? I want to see if you've really been paying attention. Yeah, I mean, do I have to? Oh, come on, Miles. It'll be fun. Just let me know when you're ready. It's fine if you want to relax for a bit before we get onto it, though. Like, save, so I don't bomb it. Gordon. A friend of Martin's and a current Vendrekan senator. It's because of his invite that the study trip happened in the first place. According to Martin, one of Gordon's goals as a senator is to improve conditions for Ganbrikan immigrants in Vendreka and work towards reunification of the two countries. Martin opened up to us about his past history. He was a college student during the Vendrekan Revolution. One of his friends, Meyer, lost his life in the conflict. Based on what Emma had told me, Martin is a very private person and doesn't talk about himself or his past much. I'm not surprised, given how difficult it must have been for him in those days. Still, I wonder if he is or was ever married, or if he has any kids. My guess is no. He seems like a bit of a loner to me. Meyer, an old friend of Martin's from his college days, he was killed in a skirmish during the Vendrekan Revolution. Both him and Martin were literature students. Okay. Well, this sure wasn't how I expected to be spending this train ride, but I have to admit, investigating a mystery with Emma has been a lot of fun. I know I should be thinking about my term paper, but yeah. Am I ready? Yes. Bring it on. All right. Let's start at the beginning. I met a woman in the observation car this morning. We shared a drink in the lounge car and agreed to meet for lunch, but... And this is literally straight from Hotel Dusk. I love it. I'm glad we can check notes. That's nice. When I tried to find her a few hours later, she was missing. And everyone I spoke to acted like she never existed in the first place. So I came to you for help. We decided we'd try to find her, went to the lounge car to look for clues. The first thing we did was run into Detective Daltrey. Right, that was a surprise. He's continuing his investigation from last night, the murder at the hotel. Do you remember what he said the name of the victim was? It was Otto Keller. Yep, that's right. The man who was killed at the hotel was a Ganbrican immigrant named Otto Keller. Apparently, there was some connection between him and his train. But that isn't even the craziest part. It turns out Otto Keller was also working as a housekeeper for another man who was found dead early this morning. Some shady lawyer named Edison Maxwell. He was alone at his dinner table with a knife in his back. How gruesome. I wonder what all this had to do with the train. It kind of scares me, honestly. What about you? What do you think about the detective's case? I want to know what Otto was doing at our hotel. I'm curious about the bullet. The bullet. Yeah, before they couldn't confirm anyone else was involved, but after finding the bullet, it seems likely that the bullet is what shattered the window. But they didn't find a gun at the scene, so someone must have been in the room with Otto last night. At any rate, Daltrey didn't seem to know anything about the missing woman, so we talked to the bartender next. That creep was insistent that his experimental tea blend maybe hallucinate the woman's existence. I thought I was going crazy. To be honest, Emma, you did go a little crazy, what with sneaking into someone else's room and all. That's not funny, Miles. I'm not proud of that, you know. And besides, you're skipping ahead. The bartender told us he only sold 3 drinks this morning, which was confirmed by the cash register's records. Do you remember what drinks he said were ordered? It was 1 tea, 1 wine, 1 beer. Exactly. He said I got a cup of tea, but only 1, and that I was by myself. He said a different woman got a glass of wine, which we later learned was Veta, and that Detective Daltrey got a beer. So that's all 3 drinks accounted for, and none left for the missing woman to have had. It makes no sense. Anyway, speaking of Veta, it was certain that her and Monty saw me and the woman on our way to the lounge car earlier. After leaving the lounge car, I went back to their cabin to talk to them again, but they weren't there. And you decided to let yourself in? Correct. Then you joined me, and we searched their cabin for clues, which led us to a lost wedding ring. Can you recall exactly where we found the ring? Right there. Exactly. It was wedged between the cushions in their cabin's couch. I wonder how it got there. It had an engraving in Vendrecken, so we thought we'd ask Martin to translate it for us. But before we could leave, Veta and Monty came back. Yeah, I have so many thoughts about our conversation with them. I don't even know where to start. Well, what did you think? Did anything in our conversation with them strike you as interesting or noteworthy? I wonder why Monty told... Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, it's almost like he was covering for us. We'd have been in big trouble if he didn't. I really want to know more about him. He seems so mysterious. Veta wouldn't even let us know what he does for a living. At any rate, Veta denied ever seeing the woman, as expected. She kicked us out, and that was that. And then, finally, we talked to Professor Martin. He told us all about Vendrecka's complicated political history, how the East and West were split during the era called the Cold War. I gotta stop doing that. During the Revolution, and how Vendrecka was prospered while their neighbors in Ganbrika suffered. He also showed us an old picture of him and his friends from his college days. It's so hard to believe he was our age once. He was pictured with 2 of his friends. Do you remember the name of the one on the right? The literature student? It was Meyer. Yeah, it was Meyer. He was apparently killed during the Revolution. It must have been so hard for Martin to lose his friend like that. Anyway, before we left, we had Martin translate the engraving on the ring for us. So for my last question, what were the initials on the ring? It said, "To my beloved," what? A. A. Yep, that was it. To my beloved, AK. So, where does this leave us? Well, I know that the woman's name begins with an A, so I suppose it's possible that she's the AK written on this ring. Can you remember if she was wearing a wedding ring when you met her? No, I don't remember, but if we operate under the assumption that this is her ring, that means at some point she lost it in Veta and Monty's cabin. I definitely got the sense that Veta was hiding something from us. I wouldn't put it past someone like her to lie. We still don't have all that much to go on, though. At this point, the ring is the only clue. Yeah, but at least it's something, right? You know, Miles, for a minute there, I really thought I was going crazy. I thought maybe that creepy bartender was right, and it was just a vivid dream. If I'm being honest, I'm still not entirely sure what to believe, but, well, that ring gives me some hope at least. It may turn out that this was all a waste of time, but as long as there's a small chance she's real, I don't want to stop searching until I'm sure she's okay. Thank you for helping me today, Miles. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this. I understand if you don't want to pursue it any further. You should really be using this time to plan your term paper. I know I shouldn't distract you anymore, so I think I'll... First thing tomorrow morning, we should try to find the other 3 witnesses. You said there was an old man and 2 men in polos that should have seen you and this woman together, correct? Yes, that's right. The bartender confirmed to me that they were there, so I think we're bound to run into them at some point. We should keep an eye on Veta and Monty too, like you said. If that is her ring, then those 2 must know more than they're letting on. For now, though, I think we should get some sleep. I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a long day, so we'll want to be nice and well rested. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds great. What's so funny? You know, Miles, you've really changed a lot since we first met. Have I? Mm-hmm. I know it's only been a few years, but you've really grown up in that time, you know? To think, you were just barely out of high school when I started tutoring you at the writing center. Oh no, anything but this. Come on, will you stop? You're barely a year older than me. I know. You just always seemed like such a baby to me back then. Please, make it stop. I'm sorry, that probably sounds so patronizing. My point is just, it's been a long time since then, and well, I don't know. You've just come a long way, you know? I guess. It doesn't really feel like it, though. I don't think Martin thinks that highly of me, if I'm being honest. What makes you say that? I don't know. I just don't think I've impressed him at all. Not like you. I wouldn't worry about it, Miles. He just hasn't known you long enough. He hasn't had time to see in you what I do. I know he can be pretty unforgiving, but I truly believe he's the best teacher I have ever had. I want you to learn as much from him as I have. I just know that your term paper is going to blow him away. Really, I believe in you. Thanks, Emma. I'll see you in the morning, Miles. Bright and early. We don't have a moment to lose. She's waiting for us to find her, after all. Good night. Night. Maybe. We'll see. He hasn't had time to see in you what I do. What do you see in me, Emma? She acts like she's my mom, so proud of her little student. It's humiliating. Ugh, what am I even doing here? Why did I let Emma talk me into this? I'm completely out of my depth. Martin can see right through me. He can tell I'm nothing like her. Everything comes so easily to her. Never a problem she can't solve. She faces everything with that same confident, cheery attitude. It's so annoying. To my beloved AK, huh? Emma, I won't let you down. Alright, chapter 2's been cleared. What time is it? 10 o'clock? Huh. I figured Emma would have woken me up by now. Miles! Miles, are you awake? Speak of the devil. Oh yeah, come in. Miles! Miles, we have a problem. Whoa, slow down. What's going on? It's the ring. It's missing, Miles. It's missing? Yes, I put it on my bedside table right before I went to sleep, but when I woke up, it was gone. Are you sure you didn't drop it? Could it have fallen on the floor? I thought so too, but I've been looking all over my cabin for almost an hour. I swear, it's like it just disappeared. Oh, Miles, what are we gonna do? That was our only evidence. We have nothing to go on now. Hold on, Emma. even if we don't have the ring, we still know what was written on it, and we still have some leads to chase. Let's not panic. We can still continue investigating without the ring. Maybe you're right. It's just so frustrating. How could I have lost it? This is really weird. Emma wouldn't be so careless as to lose something as important as that ring. Is it possible somebody took it while she was sleeping? Who even knew she had it other than Martin and Veta and Monty? Let's not worry about it right now. We only have 2 days left to investigate, so we need to cover as much ground as we can. You're right. I'm sorry. We need to focus. Where do you think we should start today, Miles? Good question. Well, we still have 3 potential witnesses to question, the 2 guys in polos and the old man. You said they were with you in the lounge car around this time yesterday, so maybe we'll find one of them there now. We should talk to Veta and Monty again, too. I'm not exactly sure what else we can ask them, but we know they must be hiding something, right? Okay, I'll let you decide what we do first. How about this? If we aren't sure what to do next, we can come back here and talk it over. I have a feeling today's going to be a busy day, so don't feel bad if you need to take a break for a little while. Okay, let's get moving. As in, this is going to be like one of the longer days, I'm guessing. Alright, ring. The ring disappeared from Emma's cabin the night after it was found. What could have happened to it? Indeed. Check. Emma. First woman goes missing on her, and now the ring. Man, this girl just can't catch a break. Maybe she's bad luck. But if I go missing too... Is everything alright, Miles? Oh, yeah, everything's fine. I need to sleep with one eye open tonight, I think. The area. Gotta say, the bed in here was even nicer than the one in our hotel. I haven't slept that well in ages. It seems to me like we have 2 options. Either go to the lounge car, or talk to Veta and Monty again. I'm up for either, so I'll leave it up to you. The ring. I just don't understand how I could have lost it. I swear it was on my nightstand when I went to sleep. You think it's possible someone might have stolen it while you were sleeping? A scary thought. I feel like I would have noticed if anyone came into my room, though. I'm not as heavy a sleeper as you are, Miles. Ugh, give me a break. Either way, we may not have it anymore, but at least we know what it said. My beloved AK. I wonder if it's really hers. Well, we'll see. Go to the lounge car. What's all this commotion? I think it's just those guys in the booth over there. It sounds like they're having an argument. Wait, Miles, that's them. Those are the guys in polos who were here with us yesterday. Let's talk to them, quick. Speak to the men. Excuse me. Murmur, murmur. Are you out of your mind? Murmur. That's a coward's club. Excuse me, you two. Do you mind if we... Don't be ridiculous. You could never make that shot. You want to bet? They are ignoring me completely. The men. These guys sure are making a scene. What on earth are they arguing about? They seem to be ignoring us, Miles. Yeah, I got that. Thanks. Don't give me that sass. We need to get through to them somehow. Yeah, I wonder what the bartender has to say about these two. Let's speak to the bartender. They're ignoring me? Yes. You two again. Tuck. The men. These two have been bickering in here for over an hour. Most of the other passengers have since left, finding it too noisy. Naturally, this isn't very good for business. Even my strongest blend wasn't enough to make them cease their arguing. Old man. He has not been here today. Veta and Monty. Hey, that woman who ordered a glass of wine yesterday, Veta. Do you know anything about her or her husband, Monty? You could say I know a little, yes. What interest do you have in those two? What? Why aren't you going to tell us something? Okay. The ring. No, I have not seen any rings. Speak to the bartender. I'm already talking to him. How about we make a deal? A deal? Oh no, what could he possibly have in mind? I need these two men to leave, so that my customers will return. I have been able to get them to do so. If you can get them to go, I will tell you a secret about that couple, Betta and Monty. Secret? I can't promise the secret will be useful to you, but I suspect you will find it interesting. Well, do we have a deal? I don't know how much we can trust him, but we need to talk to those guys anyway, so... Deal. Talk to me after you've succeeded. Okay. Speak to the men. Excuse me. My short game is far better than yours. Why do you three-putt every hole? Excuse me? What? What do you want? Can't you see we're talking here? Yeah, what's the big idea, punk? Whoa, I'm sorry. I've been trying to get your attention for a little while now. Is that so? Well, I apologize for my companion's utter rudeness. His manners are as questionable as his game. My manners? My game? If you don't mind me asking, what were you two talking about? Oh, it's nothing important. My friend Palmer here seems to think his short game is superior to mine when he can't hit a green inside 100 to save his life. At least I can putt, Dennis. You make a mockery of the greens with the amount of strokes you take. Miles, do you know what they're talking about? Come now, my girl. What else could we be talking about? Golf, of course. Can you not tell by the way we're dressed? Oh, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, you said you were trying to get our attention, yes? What do you need? Talk about yesterday. You two were in the lounge car around this time yesterday, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Do either of you remember seeing me and another woman there? We were sitting at the booth. Let me think. Thinking. Nope. No recollection at all. Okay. But we were right there. You two were on that couch, and I'm very sorry, miss, but you have to understand. When Palmer and I are engaged in passionate debate, there's little else either of us will pay attention to. It's very true, miss. For instance, yesterday I believe we were having a spirited discussion about which club is better off the tee, the driver, or the 3-wood. It's the 3-wood. With the 3-wood, it's fairways and greens all day, baby. The driver is too inaccurate. Maybe for a shank artist like yourself it is. Nothing compares to the raw power of the driver. Nothing. You're calling me a shank artist? You're in the woods on half your drives. You gotta let the dog eat, Palmer. He's hungry. The big dog is wild, Dennis. He can't be tamed. Miles, are they still talking about golf? I have no idea. Hey, you, why don't you settle this for us? What club is better off the tee, the driver or the 3-wood? 3-wood, play it safe. It's not all about... Let's let the big dog eat. Ha! What did I tell you, Palmer? It's all about power. No, this can't be. Well, that settles that one, doesn't it? Good choice, kid. You have a promising career in this game ahead of you. Oh, Miles, I didn't know you spoke golfer. I've never picked up a golf club in my life. Sorry, don't remember. Okay. Check Dennis. He's definitely the leader. Palmer. Golf clothes are so funny. The polo, the little sweater. I can't believe it. Another dead end. Of all the people who could have seen you yesterday, it just had to be these weirdos. What a waste. Let's not give up just yet. They may not remember seeing us yesterday, but maybe they know something else that's hopeful. Let's keep talking with them for a bit. I'm not so sure these guys know much anything other than golf. The missing woman. Can't say I recall seeing a woman like that. Me neither. Why do you ask? You're saying she's gone missing, huh? That's intriguing. Okay. A missing woman on a train. Ring. What's that? Do I wear a ring? Absolutely not. Doing so would interfere with my grip. I don't even wear a glove, like most golfers. You can't possibly control the club unless you can feel it with your bare hands. Tch. Says the guy who complains about blisters after every round. I do no such thing. Oh, yes, you do. How many times do I have to tell you? You're gripping the club far too tightly. I don't think they have the ring. Yeah. You want to know about Palmer and I, eh? There's not much to tell. We're from London. Vindreka was the last leg of our trip. A dramatic and exciting tour of all the best golf courses in Europe. Well, that's what it was supposed to be anyway. Yeah, first the airline lost our clubs in France. Then we got mugged in Switzerland. We tracked down the thieves to Austria and got our wallets back, but then our rental car broke down. We hitchhiked with an elderly couple for a while, but they kicked us out somewhere in Slovakia for ruining their vacation. Finally, we walked across the hills for a few days until we were in Vendreka. And lo and behold, we came across the last golf course we intended to play on our trip. It was a miracle. At least it was, until it started thunderstorming. All told, we managed to play about 3 holes in 2 weeks. But what a 3 holes they were. I've never played with such consistency. For such grace. 2 birdies and an eagle. I hit every green, sank every long putt. I'll never play that great again in my life. Never! What do you think, Miles? I got nothing. Yeah, old man. Yeah, an old man? You see a ton of old men on the golf course, let me tell you. It's true. Golf is one of the few sports you can still play in old age. I'll take that as a no. Nope, we've never seen no old men here. Golf. Do I really want to ask them about this? We might end up being here all day. I don't know. I really don't think this is a good idea. Here. Let's do it. Surely this would just be a waste of time, right? You. Who, me? I can see it in your eyes. Do you see it too, Palmer? Yes. Yes, I see it. You. Want to know more about golf, do you not? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Well, there's nothing we can tell you. There's not? Golf is a game about feel, kid. Until you grip that club with your hands, take a swing, and watch that ball fly, you'll simply never understand. It would be a waste of time talking golf with an amateur such as yourself. That's right, a complete waste of time. I couldn't agree more. However, I do see potential in you, a spark of something in your eyes, however small. If you'd like, I'd be happy to administer my patented golfer's aptitude test to see what skills may be lying dormant in your soul. Well, what do you say? It'll only take a minute. Do I really want to do this? Bring it on. Wonderful. Now, if you will just close your eyes. What in the world is about to happen? Now, I'd like for you to clear your mind. Forget your surroundings. There was nothing but the sound of my voice. I want you to imagine the sounds of a warm summer day. A nice breeze, birds chirping, insects buzzing, cars going by in the distance. Okay, I can hear it. Now, allow an image to form in your mind. From a humble tee box, a vast expanse of fairway stretches before you on a clear sunny afternoon. Maybe something like this? Good. Now, for the most important part, you take a driver out of your bag and place a tee in the soft grass in front of you. You place a ball on the tee. You are going to take a swing. This will require focus, concentration. Your goal, a straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Now, imagine the form your swing will take. You must perfectly time the moment of impact, achieving the perfect balance of power and precision. Can you visualize what such a thing might look like in the abstract? I don't know. How about something... Wait, I got it. Something like this. Ah, perfect. The moment is almost at hand. When you feel the timing is right, swing! There'll be no delay, no hesitation. You just have to one shot to get it right. Remember, golf is a mental game. Don't overthink it. Just feel it out. Well, are you ready? This is really stupid, but I won't back down from a challenge. I'll show you. Just you watch. All right, let's do it. Oh my gosh. Did I do it? Well, how did I do? I'm afraid you hit a nasty hook. Blasted it about 150 yards in the woods left of the fairway. Oof, anything but the woods. It might be tough to find through all the dirt and leaves. Well, not the best location, but at least you hit it pretty hard. I feel like I was close to a pretty good shot there. Wait. I want to try that again. Let's try it again. How about this? Well, how did I do? Hey, not bad, kid. That was a pretty straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Well, good job. When I took this challenge, it took me over 100 tries to hit a shot that good. Now, it could be beginner's luck, but still, I'm mildly impressed. There may be a future for you in this game after all. Wow, great job, Miles. Who knew you were such a natural? Maybe I should invest in a set of clubs. Wait, what am I saying? No! We need to stop getting distracted. That's great. Okay. Well, would you like to give my golfer's aptitude test a shot? No, they're not. We did it. If you change your mind, don't hesitate to ask. He's definitely the leader. I think you're right, Miles. This hasn't been very helpful. Yeah, so where do we go from here? I have no idea. Maybe we should try investigating somewhere else for a bit. Wait, hey, kid. This missing woman you're talking about? Yeah? What's the deal with that, exactly? You've piqued my curiosity, I must say. Yeah, mine too. Missing woman. I see. So you met a woman on the train who was then subsequently vanished without a trace. And nobody seems to remember her except for you. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Bulmer? Yes, Dennis, yes, I believe I am. What are you thinking? This, my boy, sounds like murder. Murder? Murder. I know what you were thinking. Oh, these guys, all they talk about is golf, golf, golf. Well, I got news for you. Dennis and I are well-rounded individuals. We have many diverse interests and hobbies. That's right. And one of those interests just happens to be murder. Yeah, you know, killing. Oh, don't give me that look. We're just interested in the subject, that's all. We don't do any killing ourselves. No, that would be crazy. Why do I not feel reassured? You see, Palmer and I have spent many years thinking about the perfect murder. We've read hundreds of detective stories, seen all the good mystery films, researched countless real-life cases. Many such stories involve trains just like this one, you know? There's not a single mystery scenario we haven't heard of, not at all. This missing woman of yours... already I can think of a few theories. Let's assume the young lady is correct and that she did in fact meet this woman yesterday. This only leaves a few possibilities. Shall I list them all? Emma? Sure, let's hear it. The theories. Theory number 1, this woman has been missing since yesterday. Yes? Hard to believe she could be missing for a whole day if she really existed. Precisely, Palmer, precisely. It'd be awfully hard to hide a person or a body on a train. So, logically, this suggests our missing woman isn't on the train anymore. Correct, yes, yes. Young lady, you said you met this woman on the back platform of the observation car, yes? That's right. Why can't I can think of no better place on this train to meet a potential victim. When we're at max speed, falling off the rear of the train would certainly kill a person. Ah, yes, if I were a killer and I saw my victim there, all it would take is a little push. Yeah, you wouldn't find her for weeks. Actually, I just had a thought. Was this woman in distress when you met her by any chance? Seemingly troubled? Yeah, kinda. Huh, where have I heard something like this? I think it was in a movie. Oh, I don't know, but I recall hearing about someone who attempted suicide by jumping off the back platform of a train's observation car. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Well, at any rate, I suppose that too is a possibility. Ha-ha! Maybe we should stop. I should ask Emma how she's doing, yeah. We don't have to keep listening to this if you're uncomfortable with it, Emma. No, it's fine. We don't really want to think the worst, but we can't ignore the possibility either. The only way we will uncover the truth is if we keep pushing forward. So let's hear their other theories, Miles. They may give us some ideas. Okay, if you say so. Theory number 2, though it's unlikely, let's say this woman is still on the train somewhere. Alive or dead, doesn't matter, either way. If I wanted to hide a body somewhere on a train where it could never be found, where could I do so? Oh, I know. The bathroom? Don't be dense, Palmer. People are always in and out of a bathroom. How on earth could that be a good hiding spot? Oh yeah, I guess that's true. There's only one place where such a person could be hidden without any passengers or attendants eventually finding her, and that is the storage car. Oh, of course! In somebody's luggage. Precisely. Though porters will inspect the storage car periodically, they most certainly do not check the inside of every box and crate on board. A body could be smuggled off the train in such a crate, and we'd all be none the wiser. Well, what do you think of that? Now, finally, theory number 3. Well, I don't have a theory number 3, but I bet you're still wondering if this woman really was here. Why is everyone on board denying her existence? Well, my friends, it really is quite simple. It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy? That's right, Palmer, and the entire train must be in on it. Yes, I think I have this all figured out. The woman you met was an English spy. A spy? Yes, a spy! Collecting information on the nefarious plans of the Vendrican government on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen. Oh, I can see it so clearly. This woman has been a target of the Vendricans for weeks, but alas, they couldn't get to her before she boarded the train. So they had to improvise. Oh, the train attendants, even the bartender, maybe even the passengers. They're all Vendrican agents. Every last one of them is in it! Though they couldn't prevent this poor girl from meeting the woman before they offed her, they could just pretend she never existed. It's so simple! Yes, I see it. By agreeing she never existed, it's the girl who sounds like the crazy one. It's the perfect crime. Well, don't just stand there giving me that stupefied look. What do you think? I think you may have gone a bit too far in a few places with this theory, Dennis. Well, I liked it anyway. Dennis, wait! Look at the time! What's that? Oh, bollocks, they're about to tee off. Apologies, but Palmer and I must go back to our cabin. The British Open broadcast has already begun, and we will not miss a stroke. Hope it didn't spook you too bad with my murderous theories. It's all just in good fun, right? Good luck, and remember, may your drives be straight. And your chips be in. Good luck. Well, you can't say they're lacking in imagination. I guess so, but was any of that helpful? I don't know that I buy any of their more outlandish theories, but they did bring up a few good points. If someone were trying to hide her, the storage car definitely would be a good place to do so, and as much as I don't want to admit it, we can't exactly rule out what they said about the observation car either. Not necessarily that she was murdered, but do you really think she'd do that? I don't know. I really don't want to believe it, but I just keep thinking about what she said to me, about how she didn't deserve any kindness. Oh, I hope she's okay. How about we check out the storage car for clues? Yeah, good idea, but before we do that... Oh wait, that's right. The bartender said he'd tell us a secret if we get rid of those guys, right? I wonder what it is. Let's see. Let's see if the bartender will tell us his secret now. Dennis, a passenger on the train. He's one of the 2 men in polos that Emma claims might have witnessed the missing woman. Both him and Palmer are golf-obsessed weirdos, but Dennis is clearly the one in charge. Palmer. Another passenger on the train and a potential witness that may have seen the missing woman. He's sort of Dennis's lackey. Neither of them seem to have much going on in their brains other than thinking about golf. Okay? Speak to the bartender. I have nothing to say to you. What? Oh, excuse me. Miles, I think that was him, the old man I saw yesterday. Ugh, that wasn't how I was expecting that conversation to go. Oh, it's Daltrey. Detective. Oh, hello again, you two. How's your investigation going? Speak. Yes, hello. Talk. Well, as you both know, I'm trying to speak to everyone on the train as part of my investigation. But with that guy, I barely got one word out before he brushed me off and went running. The nerve. Do you think he may be involved? I have no idea. But he definitely seems suspicious to me now. I guess that means it isn't going too well. The investigation. Yeah. Missing woman. So, how about your missing woman? Has she turned up? No, not yet. That's too bad. Looks like neither of us are finding much success in our investigations, huh? Well, don't give up. I believe in you. I know you can figure it out. I didn't even have a chance to catch his name. Who knows where he's off to now? Oh well. I guess I'll just have to corner him later. I did see him in the observation car last night, and maybe a train attendant over there knows something about him. Oh, maybe. Okay, discuss Let's see what Daltrey and the bartender have to say. I'd love to stay and chat longer, but, well, I still have a lot of ground to cover and not a whole lot of time to do it. If I get back home in the station empty-handed, hoo boy, my bosses will not be happy. Say, you two came here with an older gentleman, right, your professor? Oh, you mean Professor Martin? What? Would you like to speak with him? Well, I'll have to get around to it eventually. He seems like a nice fellow. Would you point me in the direction of his cabin, by chance? Sure, he's in the third sleeping car in the last cabin. Fantastic, thank you. Good luck to you two. Knock him dead out there. There he goes. There goes my hero. Huh? I'd like to find out a little bit more about that old man. Let's speak to... Wait. Daltrey left already. The bartender again. Talk. The sound of silence. Music to my ears. Thank you. Now, the secret. Those two, the wealthy couple, are not as wealthy as they appear. They're not? They were at one time, sure, but now, no. They are most certainly broke. But if they're broke, how can they afford such a luxurious suite? I assure you, appearances can be very deceiving. The husband, Monty, some time ago he was rather well known in Vendreka as a performer. Sometime later he was well known as a tabloid curiosity. And now, well, he's not much known at all. What kind of performer was he? He was... I've said enough, I think. Oh, come on, tell us. No, I think that will do. Come on, Miles, keep pressing him. He has to tell us. Persistent, are we? It's not like it's a big secret. If you intend to continue investigating, I suspect it will become quite obvious what the man's profession was. Alright, how about this? Another deal. I will soon be going on break. But later this evening, I'll be back in this spot. When I return, if you can tell me the man's former occupation, I will tell you the rest of his sad, pathetic story. Is that all? What's in it for you? Yeah, nothing for me this time. To tell you the truth, I'm just having a bit of fun. It's up to you. If you'd like to know a little more, well, you'll know where to find me. Okay. This guy likes to play games with us. First he has us get rid of Dennis and Palmer for some info about Veta and Monty. Then he has us guess Monty's former job for more info about their pasts. I can tell he's getting a sick thrill from toying with us, but at least he's being helpful. Yeah. Turn this evening with Monty's occupation, and I'll tell you his story. Alright. Well, it looks like we have a few more options to consider about where to go next now. Dennis suggested that the storage car would be a good place to hide a person, so we should definitely check that out. That old man was apparently hanging out in the observation car last night, too. Maybe we can find some clues about him there. Oh, and don't forget that we still have to try talking to Veta and Monty. Especially now that the bartender is agreeable to tell us more about them. If we can figure out Monty's former job, it's up to you, Miles. Where do you want to go first? Let's go to observation. Wow, this is actually kind of a cool spot. This is the observation car, Miles. The last car on the train. The view here is really wonderful, isn't it? The outside platform in the back is such a neat feature. And it's also where I first met that woman. Let's see if anyone here knows anything about her, or that old man. Who are we talking to, Miles? Let's survey the area first. Check. Who's this? Hey, peace and love, man, peace and love. I'm sorry, are we talking to me? Sure, man. Peace and love. Come on, say it with me. How about I just think it? Well, alright. That's what floats your submarine. Peace and love. Peace and love. Well, I think that's a pretty nice message. Let's talk to someone else now, please. This guy seems very engrossed in his newspaper. It'll be perfect. Oh, yes. I just need to meet one man on the train who hates someone in his life as much as I hate my father. Yes, then we can simply trade murders. Oh yes, we could never get caught. Huh? Miles, do you think we should talk to him? I think we should keep our distance from that guy. What the heck? Nobody here? What about this person? There's a train attendant. We should ask her some questions. Hmm? Oh, hello. How can I help you? Missing... Huh? No, I don't think I've seen any women like that. I'm so sorry. I don't know. The attendant. Wow, these Vendragon girls really knocked me out. Observation. Oh, isn't it so nice here? I just love how pretty the views out the windows are. I specifically requested to be stationed here. It's my favorite place on the train. The outside platform is a really unique feature of this train. They were common many years ago, but today it's very rare. Do you think it'd be dangerous? Dangerous? No, I wouldn't say so. The guard railing is pretty high. You'd have to really try to fall off. Granted, if you did, you'd probably be seriously injured or worse, but I don't think it's very likely. Old man. An old man? Can you describe him for me? He's kind of short, gray hair, wearing a brown suit, I think. Oh, you must be Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher? Mr. Fisher was here last night. Oh, he's such a sweet man. What can you tell us about him? Oh, we talked for what felt like hours last night. He's a real charmer. He told me he's going to London to see his daughter and her family. He said his daughter just had a baby, and he's very excited to meet her. Oh, isn't it just adorable? You lost a wedding ring? Oh no. How are you going to propose now? No, the ring isn't mine. It's just something we found in the train and then lost again. Oh, phew. You would have been serious trouble if that were yours. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'll keep an eye out. Attendant, you want to know about me? Gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't think this is necessary, Miles. Yeah. How about you ask about something important, Miles? Okay. What's up, Miles? Oh, nothing. How are you? You know, we don't have to discuss every little thing we do. Some things are pretty self-explanatory, right? Jeez, okay. My sincerest apologies for disturbing you with a little friendly conversation, Your Highness. Okay, I admit, maybe that was a little rude. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see. This is my favorite place on the train. It's starting to become mine, too. Oh. Outside platform. The outside platform isn't really dangerous. Are you looking for him? Well, I'm not quite sure where he's staying on the train, but you should come back here in a few hours. He told me he'd come back tonight. I asked him to tell me about where he grew up. I think he said he's from Ganbrika. Oh, I just can't wait. Ganbrika, huh? Oh, interesting. Hi there. Speak. My favorite place on the train. Here tonight. For it. Okay. Let's go to the storage car, I guess. It's kind of dark in here. Hang on, I think there's another light switch. Alright, that's better. So everybody's luggage is stored here, right? Right. The storage cars are for any luggage that's too big to carry on. It wasn't a problem for us, but for any... But it's useful for anyone who needs more space, or for really large cargo. I'll be honest, Miles, I don't even know where to start. Do you really think she could be in here somewhere? I have no idea, Emma. But it couldn't hurt to look around, right? Yeah. Okay, let's get started. Man, there's so much junk in here. We better make sure we inspect each side thoroughly. Oh, there's another side. Oh, golf clubs. 2 sets of golf clubs. I guess these belong to Dennis and Palmer. But didn't they say their clubs were stolen by the Mafia or something? Maybe they bought new sets when they finally got to Vendreka as a souvenir? Oh, just 2 sets of golf clubs. This looks like a bad Halloween costume, you know, like a sheet ghost. Well, let's see what's underneath. Suit of armor? Hello? Is anybody in there? Nope, it seems like it's empty. Bummer. I thought maybe she'd be inside. Why would she be in there? Did she say she was a Knight of the Round Table? Oh, I don't know, Miles. Maybe I'm just getting desperate. Nothing interesting here. How about this? Whatever this is, it's pretty big. Let me pull off this cloth. This is a cage? What do you think it's for? It looks big enough to hold a large animal like a tiger or something. If that's what it's for, then where's the tiger? Unless it escaped? Miles, over there! What? There's nothing there. Hehe, I'm sorry, that was mean. But still, what is this cage for? Alright, let's look at the other side. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. This looks like a guitar case. Don't you play guitar, Miles? Not really. I mean, I can play a few chords, I guess, but I was never very good. No, don't say that. You should play me something. Are you nuts? I'm not going to rummage through someone's belongings just to embarrass myself. Yeah, I guess you're right. I should have known better. I still think you're probably better than you're giving yourself credit for, though. What's under this cloth? What is this? I have no idea. This is unlike any box I've ever seen. It looks about tall enough for a person to fit inside, but for what purpose? Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen something like this before. Oh? Yeah, let's just say you don't want to be the person who has to step into that box. At least not without the proper training. A magician's box? Is there a magician on this train? Perhaps? What on earth could this possibly be? Let's just pull off this cloth. What? Is that what I think it is? Why is there a guillotine on this train? What? Ah! What is it? Miles, there's a head in that basket. A head? I think I'm going to be sick. Wait, I think... Oh, my goodness. Okay, yeah. This head is just a model. It looks like it came off a dummy or something. In fact, on closer inspection, I'm not sure this is even a real guillotine. The blade is dull. I think the whole thing is just some kind of prop. What kind of person needs a guillotine as a prop? Yeah. Hey, Miles, do you think there's anything odd about all these things that were under cloths? Is that a joke? No, I mean, do they have anything in common that you can think of? Anything in common? A weird box, a prop guillotine, a suit of armor, and a cage. What kind of person might have used for all four of those things? Let's think. Maybe a magician? That was my thought. Oh my goodness. That scared me half to death. Jeez. Right? I knew train whistles were loud, but that was completely deafening. I guess it makes sense, though. The storage car is pretty close to the engine. Hey, you two, what are you doing in here? Huh? What? I think he's a porter, Miles. Both of you, show me your boarding passes, now! What, boarding passes? Who just carries those around? Mr. Porter, sir, we left our boarding passes in our cabins. We were just here looking for some of our luggage. So you two are legitimate passengers, then? I sincerely apologize, it's just... I've really been on edge lately. What with all the stowaways. Stowaways? That's right, stowaways. Ugh, it's become a real problem lately. I can't tell you how many people we found hiding behind luggage in here trying to hitch a ride to London. Some of them have even gone as far as to steal our forged tickets. Can you believe that? I mean, gosh, are you really that desperate to go to London? The weather there is awful, and don't get me started on the food. Well, anyway, I'm sorry for blowing up at you. Is there anything I can help you with? Talk about stowaways. You know, we porters aren't supposed to be security guards. Our job is to load and unload luggage, and yet, because of all the stowaways lately, I have to be constantly on alert. When I see one, it's whammo, bop, pam! You beat them up? Well, no, I usually just alert the police at our destination and have them apprehended when we arrive. Still, it's just such a hassle. Missing woman. A woman has gone missing, you say? Well, if you think she's in here, I'd say that's pretty unlikely. I've been in and out regularly, and I haven't seen anything unusual. Luggage. Yes, I assisted in loading all the luggage you see here into the storage car. I'm what's called a traveling porter. After load-in, it's my job to organize the storage car to ensure smooth unloading at the station. It's quite a physically demanding job, but as you can see, I'm quite up to the task. The whistle scare you? Yeah, it comes through pretty loud in here. Frankly, it's loud everywhere on board. So much so that it's hard to hear much else whenever it blows. We often receive complaints about it waking people up in the middle of the night. But it's not just for show, you know. The conductor will blow the whistle for a variety of reasons, all related to safety. Making a wide turn, when the train stops or starts moving, when we approach a station or crossing. It probably seems random, but there's a method to the madness. Okay, and check. Porter. This guy looks pretty tough. Definitely don't want to get on his bad side. I wonder if the porter knows anything about all the weird stuff in here. You want to know more about the luggage in here? Ugh, you and me both, buddy. I swear. I was terrified I was going to lose my head trying to get that guillotine on board. All I know is that the weirdest stuff in here all belongs to the same guy. The same little fella with a big hat. Monty? He's a magician. Okay. It belongs to a little guy. Okay. Haven't seen anyone. I wonder if the porter knows anything about all the weird stuff in here. We got that. There's more that goes into whistle signals than you think. You mentioned that some stowaways have fake or stolen tickets, right? That's right. The crafty ones realize it'd be awfully hard to stay hidden on a train for the entire ride, so they come prepared. Usually with some kind of fraudulent ticket. They'll then pretend to be legitimate passengers. Awfully crafty, but not crafty enough. You see, I am always carrying around a list of registered passengers, so it's very easy to cross-reference a suspicious passenger with the list. Of course, it only works if I'm able to identify anybody that's acting suspicious. Which isn't all that often, if I'm being honest. Say, how about this? I'm sure you've met plenty of people on this train, no? If you meet anyone suspicious, tell me their name and I'll cross-check it with my list. Maybe we can catch a criminal in the act. You have any idea who to ask him about, Miles? I can think of a few people. Veta and Monty. Yes, I have a Veta and a Monty registered together. Says here they're in a luxury suite. Lucky. I don't have adultery registered, but you're talking about that detective, right? Ugh, what an ordeal that was. He strolled up to the train yesterday and just walked on board. No ticket or anything. He didn't even tell us who he was. We almost had security throw him off before he finally showed us his badge. Honestly, what was he expecting? I would have liked to have seen that. Dennis. Yep, looks like both a Dennis and a Palmer are registered together. They're sharing a single cabin, it seems like. That's gotta be rough. The bed in a single is pretty small. But sometimes people do it to save money, which I get. Fisher. Fisher. Nope, no Fisher here. There's an old man who told me one of the train attendants his name was Fisher. You sure there's nobody with that name registered? I'm completely sure. The list doesn't lie. Do you know where this Fisher is now? Nope, but we're told he might show up in the observation car tonight. Good to know. Maybe I'll have a little talk with him tonight. Heck, maybe even I'll bring that detective with me. I wonder what Emma thinks about this development. I should ask her, once I have nothing left to ask the porter about. I gotta have a word with this Fisher fella. Alright. Have you asked the porter about everyone you can think of, Miles? If you run out of ideas, maybe we could explore the other cars and see if any other names come up. That's true. We can go back to my cabin, too. Talk. Plans. Well, it looks like we have 3 possibilities for where to go next. First, through the storage car. Dennis suggested that if you needed to hide a person on a train, that would be a good place to do it. It sounds a little far-fetched to me, honestly, but it can't hurt to look, right? Then there's the observation car. That old man apparently was hanging out there last night. I hope we can find him ASAP. He's the only potential witness left. And then finally, there's Veta and Monty. The 2 of them have to be hiding something. I'm not entirely sure how we can get them to admit it, but maybe the bartender can help. He told us if we can guess Monty's former job, he'll tell us all about those 2. We won't be back in the lounge car until evening, so we have plenty of time to figure that out. I think that's it. What do you think, Mouse? Where to next? Dennis. So what do you think, Miles? Are you considering taking up golf now? No, I don't think so. Oh, don't be like that. I know those guys are a little strange, but shouldn't stop you from having a new experience. I actually kind of like watching golf on TV. It makes me think of my grandpa. He always has it on when I visit. He's a pretty good golfer himself. Maybe I'll ask him to give me a lesson. I know I'd be terrible, but it looks kind of fun. And either way, I'd love to see you in a polo and a cute little sweater. Yeah, I bet you would. Bartender. The bartender sure is in a playful mood today, isn't he? I wish he'd just tell us what he knows without all the hassle. Although, I will admit, all this investigating has been kind of fun, hasn't it? Yeah, it kind of has, in a weird way. That said, we still don't know what's going on here. Hopefully by this evening we'll have a good guess as to what Monty's old job was. Then we can go back to the bartender and find out what he knows. Well, I mean, come on. We know at this point he was a magician. Like, that's not really a huge mystery, I think. Old man. So you're sure that old man who passed us in the lounge car was the one you saw yesterday? Yes, I'm certain. I know he was there with me and the woman yesterday. It's pretty suspicious how he ran away from Daltrey. Why would you do that unless you had something to hide? Yeah, I agree. We definitely need to talk to him. He was in the observation car last night, so maybe we'll find him there today. According to the porter, all the weird stuff in the storage car belonged to someone matching Monty's description. A cage, a suit of armor, a strange human-sized box, and a prop guillotine. I think that's all we know so far, but I have a feeling there's more left to discover. Okay, and storage car. Maybe we're really getting into conspiracy theory territory now. Do you really think she might be somewhere in storage? I don't know, Miles. It just feels like we've already ruled out all the other sensible possibilities. If she's not there, then, well, where is she? Good point. Whether she's there or not, we might still learn something from looking around. It might end up being a waste of time, but it's worth a shot. Porter. Is there anybody we haven't thought to ask the porter about yet? If so, maybe we can come up with some leads if we finish exploring everywhere else first. Be thorough. Make sure we've done everything we can. And I think we're going to end it there for this week. And then next time, this is actually a fairly short game, I think. So I think we can finish it up next time. But yeah, it's fun. I love the pre-rendered backgrounds. I love the graphics. The story is like a fun, cozy mystery so far. So yeah, looking forward to resolving this one. All right. We will catch you next time. Bye.